Welcome to the Fellowship of the D20 and the next part of the Quest of the Phandalin 5.5. When last we left off, our adventuring party was still dealing with the aftermath of clearing out the Spell Forge and our efforts to rebuild the old Phandelver Pact between the humans, the dwarves, and the gnomes. This ended up being much easier said than done. We had managed to get a very drunken Gundren Rockseeker, who was the last surviving member of the family that helped find the Spell Forge, to agree that we would act in his name. So we all agreed within the group that the best solution to that was to rebuild the Phandelver Pact, since it technically was still enforceable by law, but we needed humans, dwarves, and gnomes on board to make it work. Our group had come pretty close to agreement. We brought in House Majar of Waterdeep, the town of Mirabar, and the dwarves of Mythril Hall, led by Dagnabbit Waybeard. We also enlisted the lone surviving gnomish king of Gnomengarde, King Nerbly, to give us his blessing for the gnomish part of the pact. This we did after clearing out his home of demons. And he also sent several of his gnomes to Phandalin with us, and they have since been hard at work renovating our new tap room. But we started having problems when Lord Daggled Neverember, a.k.a. Lord Grumpy Pants, started having entire chunks of land in Phandalin bought up so he could lay claim to the mine. Now, we tried to pull a scam to prevent this involving a forged document, but that went about as well as you might expect. So we had no choice but to help the dwarves of Mythril Hall reclaim the lost Axeholm fortress. According to the dwarves, the evil spirit of an elf woman named Vildara was haunting the fortress, and the place was crawling with undead. But we needed to go there to get the king's crown and axe to prove the dwarven claim to Axeholm. So the dwarves sent two of their warriors to help us get into the fortress and offer some backup in clearing out the place. It turned out that they weren't much help at all. The truth was somewhat different than what we were told by the dwarves. It was true that there was a powerful dark spirit haunting place, and it was true that it was also overrun by undead. Now, Eleutheria would have appreciated it if she had known that there were also spiders, because they trigger our Underdark PTSD. But we all soldiered on through the fortress, and we found the cause of Axeholm's fall. And along the way, we discovered an evil cursed mirror that ensnares the mind of anyone who looks into it with a powerful charm, and forcibly attunes itself to anyone who looks into it for too long, and gradually turning its victim into an undead. Even to those not directly affected, the evil mirror would still whisper into the minds of anyone near it, playing on the person's vanity to spread the curse, as it did to Bjorn. This curse entrapped the spirit of Vildara, and it had also snared the dwarven king of Axeholm. It had even gotten a hold of Karlsruhe, and had started to influence Bjorn, as mentioned. Although we didn't know how the mirror had gone there, we did find a passage that possibly led to the Underdark, suggesting that maybe the Drow or some other evil Underdark group had planted the mirror in Axeholm. But we never got a clear answer to that question. But needless to say, we closed the passage with a shatter spell on our way out. But still, we were able to defeat the undead dwarves while fighting off the elven spirit, and we took the crown and the axe. The two dwarves that came with us, unfortunately, didn't survive, having been killed by the spirit and aged hundreds of years of death. Eleutheria felt we were responsible for them, and so we took their bodies with us back to Phandalin. But along the way back to Phandalin, we fought 4 fiends of the Abyss, of Rook and 3 lesser demonic scouts working for him. And that fight reintroduced us to our party's recurring foes, the force of gravity. We hadn't gotten a proper long rest, and the demons liked dropping us from great heights, so we took a fair amount of damage in that fight. But even though a couple of us got KO'd during that fight, we were able to prevail against the fiends, in no small part due to Selby, our Sorcerer Supreme, who had a magical flying broom. We returned to Phandalin, and we got our long rest in at last, but we still had a lot of business that we needed to do in town. The evil mirror was reasonably secure in Selby's extra-dimensional space, but we still had to find a permanent solution. The best one we could think of is to see if Lady Leral Silverhand, who is the open Lord of Waterdeep and a very powerful mage, could get us some help in disposing of the mirror. Eleutheria had wanted to speak to her anyway concerning another matter, so it was a good timing to go there. So using Selby's influence, she and Eleutheria gained an audience with Lady Leral, while Cirrus, Bjorn, and Karlsruhe checked around town to see what had happened in the 3 days since we all left. However, we had another problem. Gundren had mysteriously disappeared along with the townsmaster's assistant Quinlan. The situation looked like foul play, but we had no hard proof of anything, and we still had business ahead of us, including disposing of the mirror and dealing with the dwarves. Situation in Phandalin was also getting worse on the diplomatic front. War was brewing between the forces of Neverwinter, and Leral was preparing for war as we got our audience with her. So apparently, Lord Grumpy Pants was willing to go to war to claim the mine, and that's something that Leral just wasn't willing to put up with. This business didn't stop Leral servants from giving Selby and Eleutheria a very much needed cleanup and foot bath. Selby could predict, that after 3 days of dealing with undead and fiends, we weren't getting any cleaner, so we agreed to that. Leral offered us some help in dealing with the mirror, ultimately, keeping it in safekeeping while locking it in a lead box to prevent the evil curse from spreading. However, Leral was supportive also of our plan to return the axe and the crown to the dwarves, using the legal claim we had to prevent Daggle from taking control of the mine now that we had the necessary proof. Leral also took an interest in Eleutheria, invited her to speak again later, and Eleutheria agreed to do that once the current crisis was dealt with. So with that, the group reunited, exchanged notes, and then headed to the dwarven encampment to return the bodies and present the dwarves with the proof of the claim, the axe and the crown. And with that, I yield the floor to our DM Neff as we continue our adventure.
All right. So you guys are currently awaiting the opportunity to go and meet, or at least attend the meeting between Laryl Silverhand and Daggle Neverember. I think where we left off last time, you were just preparing to go and confront him as a group. Laryl is attempting to send a messenger to parlay, and the rest of you are going to be accompanying her, kind of so that you have like force majeure. You have like everybody in tow, and that way the armies themselves won't spill over and cause violence. I added a couple of the tents, the pavilions to the map so that you guys can see pretty much where everything is right now. These are the ones that are left. That big red tent to the left of you is the tent dedicated to the Lord's Alliance. But everything that you're going to be doing is going to be taking place outside the town on the high road. And there is no map for that. So we're just going to go with it. So as you congregate in the town square, and everybody prepares to go and speak with Lord Neverember, is there anything in particular you want to do before you sally forth and confront him?
Is Halia here with us?
Yes.
I would just like to speak with her for a moment.
Sure.
Halia.
She's on the fringes of everything, watching everyone get ready. She and Lord Ettermath both are here. This is
good.
The moment of confrontation.
Good. I would just like to wander over to speak to them.
They're whispering between each other, and as you approach, Halia looks up and goes, "Ceres, what can I do for you?"
I thought maybe we could try our conversation from yesterday again. I may have been a little snippy.
It's understandable. You guys look pretty much the worse for wear.
Yeah.
We faced some tough battles.
Clearing out a dwarven stronghold.
I got yelled to death once and dropped off a cliff once, but I just wanted to let you know and see if we're still on the same page. We're in this together for Phandalin. I know that we've been running off and quotes of the Phandalin 5 have spread, but we're just trying to help get you guys out of this so that you don't go from being oppressed by the Red Bands to being oppressed by someone else.
Well, we appreciate that, Ceres, and seeing as how Lord Ettermath and myself are spontaneously in charge of the town, for the better, of course, now that the Red Brands have been dispatched, We're just trying to keep pace with everything and make sure that the town survives and hopefully prospers as well. You guys finding that cave unlocked a lot of possible beneficial side effects for the town, like increased trade and a more diverse climate of travelers passing through Phandalin. But at the same time, it seems to have attracted a lot of attention that we have to deal with. And unfortunately, sometimes the attention that is attracted is the attention of very powerful people who serve their own interests and not the interests of those in the area.
Agreed.
So,
And I mean, I'll be honest. I usually just do stuff and move on. I don't usually hang around for the messy part, so I'm a bit out of my element. So forgive me if I'm winging it a little.
well, we do what we can, and birds of a feather wing it together.
My group and I would like to help as you reestablish your town, if we can.
Of course. I mean, you're the Phandalin 5. We would
0.5.
be delighted to have you here. And it's, it would be wrong of us to turn away the heroes of the town.
Well, just friends of the town.
Well,
Except
that, but,
he kind
you're
of leans
legend.
in. He kind of leans in. Except Bjorn, can we make sure if there's a celebration that we celebrate Bjorn?
Yeah.
Of course, I mean, your legend has been growing considerably. It just seems that with all of the localized attention, word may not have spread far and wide. Should it do so, then you might find yourselves welcomed in more places, like say, I don't know, Yartar. But with that is a double-edged sword. Do you sure you want to be a celebrity, Cirrus?
No, but he does.
Just Bjorn. Okay, just Bjorn.
Yeah.
I think maybe, and Selby too.
Selby does too, yes.
I'll leave it to Eleutheria and Karlsruhe how much they want their own legends to spread. But Bjorn and Selby, absolutely. I'm here to help build their legend.
Yeah.
Once we get through it,
Okay.
Once we get through it, I'm sure that the bards will be able to sit down and come up with a satisfactory composition that properly records the accolades of the Phandalin 5, specifically Bjorn and Selby. But we do still have to tend to the matter at hand, and hopefully
Absolutely.
Neverember listens, because there's no guarantee he's going to want to continue to negotiate. He still thinks he has the upper hand.
Yeah, well.
Well, it's not as upper as he may think.
Neff, are the dwarfs in on this meeting?
Yep.
They are.
I don't even know if I'm as worried about Neverember as I am about his steward. His steward is a capable and dangerous person.
Yes.
So I have heard. Hodgkins, I think, is the name that he gave.
Yeah, always
he
watch
does-
out for the power behind the power.
He does seem rather unassuming, but I get a definite shiver down my spine when I meet his cold and uncaring eyes. He's very analytical.
His was the hand that purchased all of that land in Neverember's name, along with
From
Quinlan.
Quinlan? He's the one?
Yep.
I don't have proof, but yes, he's the one.
Well, I'll say this for Quinlan. He's not got the strongest spine. So if there was any sort of coercion, I'm sure he buckled rather quickly. It is concerning that we haven't been able to find Quinlan.
Or Gundren.
Or Gundren for quite some time.
Yeah, I'm worried about the cards yet to be played, and Gundren may be one of them. So let's see what happens.
So, to answer your question, Selby, Darthana Shieldbreaker and Nercy Ashenmaul are both there with a small retinue of shield dwarves. You also have Braylon Majara from House Majara, and 2 warriors accompanying her who you aren't sure you recognize. They seem familiar, but not like you've seen them with House Majara before. Perhaps there's something about them that strikes you as significant, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Then
Should we go fetch the gnomes?
You could fetch the gnomes, yes.
Yes.
We need to
Remember
see
which
what happened
ones
to
you
our
have?
tap room, too.
Do you remember their names?
If I try to say it out loud, I'm going to say Beetlejuice again. So
Joy Bell was one of them. I know that.
Yes.
You've got Joybell and Jingle Shakes.
That's right.
Jingle
And
Shakes.
Thimblebean.
Didn't we name a
and
dance
Doodle
after
Bob.
him?
yeah, the
Yep.
Jingle Shank Shuffle.
The Jingle
Yeah.
Shakes dance.
All right.
Yep. And
That-
Doodle Bob.
I
Thanks,
could perform
Carl.
that again if you want. So
I will quickly step out to. We have got to rename this tap room, because I think at least Joy Bell and Jingle Shank should be present.
Well, are you going to go check out your tavern?
I mean, do we have time? It seemed like things were imminent.
It seems like it's going to take a couple of minutes, maybe half an hour or so, for everybody to be fully equipped and prepared to go encounter Neverember. I mean, they are forming lines and
All right.
making sure that everyone is prepared in case violence does break out.
Halia, Lord Edermath, we're gonna go fetch the gnomes. We'll be back if we're needed. You know where we'll be. The property once known as the Sleeping Giant.
Yeah, where you're squatting, right? Say
All
hello
right,
to those delightful little gnomes for me.
Absolutely. All right, let's ease on down the road.
All right.
You pass by the town's master's hall and up to the main road. You take a right at the Stone Hill Inn. You travel down the main road towards Tressendar Manor, and you arrive at the Sleeping Giant. The facade of the edifice, it seems, I don't know, cleaner, sparkly almost, like it's been power washed, maybe.
nice.
Which is odd. The windows have been cleaned, and the sign, the Sleeping Giant, has been taken down.
I still vote for the Raven's Nest, but we can talk about it later.
I don't mind that name.
You go inside.
Or the Laughing Raven. I'm torn. Yeah,
The dancing gnomes.
As you go
Dancing
inside,
Raven?
As long as it's not the dancing Elatrin.
The lair of the icy bitch.
the letter
Icy
of the
Raven.
icy bitch.
The icy
I'm gonna get Raven in here.
Raven.
Hey, we'll go inside.
Hold on a second.
Or I'll go inside.
Yes.
So you go inside, and the bar is considerably cleaner than when you left. All of the detritus has been cleared away. The cobwebs, the dinge and dirt has been scrubbed clean. There are what appear to be like gas lanterns on the wall. It's not just like a torch or a candle. They're little fixtures, and they have flames, but there's no tallow, which give off a warm light, which seems to properly bathe everything, so the entire place looks illuminated. Sorry, sirs, there are no dark shadows for you to hide in and sulk. The
I don't
gnomes
sulk.
You don't sulk. You brood, right? You brood. So the gnomes themselves seem to be behind the bar, stocking and organizing provisions. And as you come in, Joybell goes, "Oh, friends! Oh, you've come back! Oh, this is wonderful! Droop, come! Your friends are back!" And Droop comes down from the stairs, followed by Jingle Shanks and Jabberjaw. And he goes, "Oh, friends, hello!"
Hey, Droop. What's happening, little Ann?
"We've been working on the tavern, making it ready for you."
I see. It's awesome. You've done an amazing job.
Yes, and look. And he goes over to a table where there is a large drop cloth draped, and he says, "Come, take a look." And Jingleshanks and Jabberjaw go over, and they pull the tarp off the table, and there is a new sign. Instead of the sleeping giant, it says the Clockwork Cock, and there's a mechanical rooster on it.
I approve.
That name is changing.
That sounds like a new dance. You gotta come up.
kind of a robot version of the chicken.
Yes.
Yeah, a robot version of the chicken dance. Yeah.
So we have a
says-
tavern with that's effectively called the Robot Chicken.
Yeah, it's a robot chicken. Yeah, pretty much. Seth Green, the tiny gnome, came up with it. Yeah.
Okay, we may have to discuss which bird you've chosen, but I like the idea.
It's a rooster! Look! And he brings you over to the bar. And on the bar, there are several chickens with wind-up keys next to them.
Tell me they deliver the
Look,
drink.
see? It's a rooster!
Yeah.
True.
I-
I think
I
this
want
is
to wind
amazing.
one up. Sears wants
What's
to
that?
wind one up.
Okay, you wind one up.
Yeah, they come to snuff the
key.
rooster.
It takes a couple of hops, flexes its wings, and goes, and then it flaps over to one of the tables, and it stands there, just sort of clicking. Waiting. He goes, go tell it what you want.
Steve, you
Okay.
get bonus points for the
Go
Alice
sit
in Chains
down.
book.
Sears will sit down.
I thought you might
You
like
sit
that.
down at the table. The clockwork chicken hops to look at you.
Elven mare wine, please.
It hops around looking at all the other seats. Does anyone else sit down?
Sure, I'll sit
There's
down.
drinking involved. I'm sitting down.
Everybody sits down.
Yeah.
One at a time.
We've been on
place
our
your
feet a
orders,
while.
because the little clockwork chicken will wait and look at you until you say something.
I want some mead and salted pork.
I'll take the
Looks at Bjorn.
hardest, strongest thing you got.
Turns and it looks at Selby.
Bjorn, it can't serve you yourself.
That is true. Maybe something slightly less strong than me.
I'll have some elderberry wine, thank you.
And looks at Eleuthria.
The finest wine you have in this establishment.
And it goes "Cuckoo, cuckoo," and flies off to the bar. And it
Gosh,
lands on the
it's like
bar,
Bebo.
and there is a gnome who takes out a little pad. He goes, and the clockwork chicken replies with exactly what you said as a recording.
Huh.
So in your voices, he writes it all down. And he slides it down it looks like an assembly line to two of the other gnomes who stand up with little aprons and bow ties. One of them acts as a mixologist. The other one just sort of tells everyone else what to get. It's incredibly efficient, it seems. And then Joybell takes the tray and brings it over to you. In record time. It doesn't seem like taverns are supposed to operate with this type of precision.
All right, we're retiring from
She lays down
adventuring.
your spread.
We're gonna be rich, and we're gonna be putting the Stonehill Inn right out of business, evidently. So,
She goes, if you need something, just whistle, and the clockwork cock will be on its way.
who will be on its way?
The cock.
Ah, yes. Well, it's good to know that I can always whistle.
Ru-
For
and
some cock.
Droop goes, "It's a rooster."
You are all amazing. This is incredible.
I'm envisioning that thing they strapped on that guy in 7.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. That's a whole different kind of shop.
So you guys enjoy your refreshments, your beverages, and then you remember, oh, there's a war. Yeah, there's a war on. We gotta go.
Yeah, we need to get the gnomes over there.
Joy Bell, Jingle Shanks, there is some discussion going on about what will happen in the town with the pact and potentially the war. It might be helpful if you could accompany us to represent Gnomengarde.
Joybell goes, "That's probably a good idea. Yes, I'll go with you."
Excellent.
And Doodle Bob goes, "Can I come too?" And she says, "No, you mind the bar."
Yes, please mind the clockwork cock.
I take Droop aside and say, Droop, eventually, do you want to go back out and adventure with us, or do you want to stay here and run the bar for your friends?
Droop doesn't know how to run a bar.
Oh, okay. It just seemed like you were enjoying your time here with the gnomes, and you've done a very good job.
Oh, thank you. Yes, Droop has had fun with the gnomes, but Droop does not know how to run anything.
Well, we appreciate you staying here with the gnomes while they did this work. This is really cool.
Well, Droop was happy to help, friends.
All right, let's wander back on down the street.
I feel like we've
Group of gnome in tow.
I feel like we've exploited these gnomes, but I'm just going to be quiet. So
Well, we'll talk to them later about.
Well, they're going to
making
get a
that
share
money.
in the pact, so I mean, it's not like they're not getting anything out of it.
For all I care, they can have a share in the tavern if they want to hang out and run it. Look at this
It
place.
seems like the gnomes
I don't
are
have a
just
problem with
happy
that.
to do work. Like it's odd. What brings them joy, like as they bob their heads is like building stuff and cleaning stuff and making stuff.
Actually, yeah. As we're walking back down the street, seriously, even say, Joy Bell, when this pact deal is over and Gnomengarde has talked about what role you will play, with the spell forge and all that fun stuff. Do you think any of your folks might be interested in hanging out to help with the tavern as well, or do you feel like your work there
I'm
is
sure
done?
they could find something to do at the tavern.
Because we don't know how to run one, but
And we also have things that we need to do.
and we're
elsewhere,
never
too.
going to be here, so
Not for a while, I
We
would
just
expect.
bought a tavern and like a home base. We're never going to be here.
we
We
can
might occasionally be here.
we can talk about it later. I just wanted to know if you thought any of your folks might be interested.
She goes, "Oh, of course. I mean, as long as there's stuff to do, then the gnomes are happy. That's
Well,
why Gnomengarde, I mean, it was pretty self-sufficient. We harvested the mushrooms, we made the bread, we made the wine, we tended the cave, we worked in our workshop. That's really all gnomes need."
Oh, and after, assuming things go well, we really should introduce you to Trelena and Temborn, the owners of the Stonehill Inn. They may be interested in some of your mushroom cooking, confections, bread, everything.
Oh, that's good because we brought spores with us.
Excellent. There are also farms here that might be interested in working out a deal if you wanted to grow here. It's a nice
Sounds
town.
like a lovely idea.
Carl goes full capitalist. He's like, no, we must crush our competition. Just put them out of business.
Buy up their property.
Yes.
All right, Lord Neverumber.
Oh.
Carlsruhe Cranky
Except,
Pants.
Carlsruhe's going to be Lord
Speaking
Angry
of-
Pants.
Carlsruhe
Or
Cranky
maybe
Pants.
Lord Shifty Pants.
Who lives in a tavern under the sea? Carl's really cranky pants down.
All right, back to the war. I guess we can't keep it waiting any longer.
So you arrive back at the square, and there's like an advanced guard prepared to lead the way for Lady Morwyn and the other delegates representing the Phandelver Pact. Laryl Silverhand nods to, and she says, "Will you be joining us?"
Yes.
Yes.
We would be honored.
Very well.
I think in the interest of peace and friendship, I will be going along as well. I'm a little concerned.
Peace and friendship. Yes, that's a good idea. Let's send Karlsruhe. That's a great idea.
Wait, isn't Karlsruhe still a redhead?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Peace and friendship works.
Modet Bellabranta is captain of the army. He says, "Move out!" And everyone begins marching forward, this advanced guard. And you guys follow with them. It takes you about 15-20 minutes to get to the high road. And when you do, it looks like a scene out of a medieval movie where you have like two armies positioned on either side of a large field, and there are tents and ramparts and all of these battle preparations set up alongside the high road. It looks quite possibly like there could be a war at any minute in the field at the end of the junction at the high road and the Tribor Trail.
Quick,
As
Bjorn,
you,
paint your face blue and change your appearance to look like Mel Gibson. So.
Hop on a horse and say,
Yes.
"Not every man truly lives, but every man dies," or whatever the quote is.
Obagaba!
They can take our land, but they'll never take our tavern.
Yes, exactly. You can take our land, but you can never take our mechanical cocks.
You know, that's they're gonna just develop that further, right?
Yes.
The things that they're going to build with that name.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Pistons are going to be involved.
Oh my lord.
Hydraulics.
We're gonna come back and it's gonna be a whole different clientele in there. So it's gonna be a
Hey.
real
Collections large and small.
It'll be a Karlsruhe crowd.
Hey, if they drink and they pay their bill, we may just have to
Halfling
dim.
size to giant size.
We may just have to
Got
dim the
something.
lights sometimes.
Please them
Go
all.
get
Pip, Carl, what are you doing in here? Get back to your parents' house. All right. So the armies are just facing off. Wait, what are we?
They are prepared. It looks like at the ramparts, which have been set up. You know, you can set them up, take them down. It's not like actual like forts that are created. But the guards on watch are eyeing each other, from across the field. The field's maybe like 20 leagues, so it's not a small field. It's large enough to have a big old medieval battle. And there are riders that approach you from the side that's bearing the heraldry of Waterdeep. Lady Silverhand, of course, astride her white horse. She leans forward and speaks with the rider, and he turns and he rides to the center of the field, and he raises a white, small handheld white flag, and he strides forward on his horse at a walk. He gets 3/4 of the way across the field, and like the rampart gate opens. He rides inside, and she turns and she says, "And now we will wait to see if Lord Neverember will grant us an audience, so we may parley." A few moments later, the doors open again. The rider rides out. He rides up to Lady Silverhand, and he says, and this time he's accompanied by a second rider who bears the heraldry of Neverwinter, who says when he arrives, "My lord bids you welcome, Lady Silverhand. And who amongst you will be joining us? We can't have an entire retinue, in our camp. So pick 12, and we will be hospitable towards 12 companions. It'll be you and 12 other people." And she turns and she selects Nercy and Darthana and Braylon and Halia, and she turns to you. You've got Bjorn, Karlsruhe, Eleuthria, Selby, and Cirrus, right? That's 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
She selects Modette, and Braylon whispers to Lady Morwyn, and she selects Braylon's 2 companions.
Oh, Cirrus was kind of gesturing towards Joybell.
Oh, that's right, the gnome. She's short. People forget.
Hey.
One of the sentries with Braylon steps back, and Laryl turns and she goes, "Clearly, the gnomes are only worth half, right? So Selby is a half, and she'll count as well."
Yikes.
And
That
the rider
is kind of
raises
racist,
an
but it
eyebrow.
helps.
Brian, he raises an eyebrow out at her, and she levels her gaze at him, and he rides back.
I kind of cringe inside, waiting for Selby to like fry everybody.
I know. I'm expecting
Selby
a
just
braid
grinds
to come
her
at any
teeth
moment.
and smiles.
Eleuthria scowls
It's one
at
of
this.
those, like, you can tell she doesn't want to be smiling if you know her, but otherwise it just
She
looks
managed
like
to
a...
get you guys an extra person in
Alright.
the retinue.
Cirrus will make a psychic connection to Selby and Joybell and say, "Look at it this way. If Nember ever superstitious at all, Laryl just got a party of 13 into his gates."
That's the point.
Is there a
Oh, you
dwarf
said 12. We brought 13, right? Because the little ones are worth half. You stack them up, and they're normal size.
So we've
Is
got
there-
a party of 13 walking in.
Is there a dwarf from Mythril Hall going in as well?
Yeah, Nercy and Darthana are both going.
Okay.
Each of them is a steward representing their respective city.
Do they represent 3/4?
No, they're medium sized. They're full square. No, gnomes are half. They're small size. They only
Okay.
occupy half a square.
People really got to quit dissing on Selby, or she's gonna snap one day.
I'm just gonna step back when it happens and be like, "You go,
Right?
go, Selby."
I don't want to get in the way of that.
Yeah.
Well, at the same time, she did turn his racism or the abject racism into a power play on her part.
Into an
He
advantage.
said, "You can bring 12." She said, "I'm bringing 13."
Hey, Neff, just out of curiosity, in case things go south, what is the weather like right now? It doesn't happen to be stormy out by any chance, does
No,
it?
it is not stormy. It
Damn.
isn't really overcast or anything.
It's a bright
partially
sunny
cloudy.
day for a war.
It's partially cloudy. You can see. It's actually evening right now, so you can see the stars beginning to come out and twinkle in the night.
Okay.
You know, Karlsruhe, if we were just going to stand out here anyway, we probably should have brought something to drink.
Yes. I agree. And that's just what I did. Look.
We can have plenty of that back at the tavern.
And I reach into my backpack and reveal that before we left, I actually had them bring me the mechanical roosters, brought me some dwarven brandy and some ale, and I handed over to Bjorn. Just,
yeah, baby.
Under my sleeve there. So
Nice. I will.
Do we want a drunken Bjorn in a delicate political meeting? I don't know.
Do you want a sober Bjorn in a delicate political meeting?
I'm all about promoting.
No, but it's slightly better.
Autumn, Carl's
This is
Rue
a happy
comes
birth.
through in the sake of civility, friendship, and companionship. There you go, Bjorn. Drink to your heart's content.
Thank you, my friend. I will not forget this.
You're most
Can
welcome.
we tell the tale of Bjorn the inebriated?
I like that. It's a good one.
I'm just gonna casually sit over here and kind of occasionally try to sip it on the down low so nobody knows I'm doing it. For the sake of the rest of the party.
Of course.
Yes,
Yeah.
for their sake, of course.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So you guys ride forward into the lion's den, or the dragon's maw, as it were. As you approach the ramparts, you see mounted or manned up at the top. There are at least a dozen archers with crossbows watching you approach.
Lovely.
Friendly.
One for each of you, but you brought 13, so they're short one. I mean, you've got 2 that are short.
That's okay. We're 2 that are short. So.
Yeah. I just
How
made that
very, how very hospitable.
If it helps, I'm gonna be feeling very brave in a few minutes.
And
You had enough drink for it.
the person leading us is Laurel Silverhand,
yes.
and she's
The
from Waterdeep,
Open
right?
Lord of Waterdeep.
One of the 7 sisters. We
I,
we
Chosen
generally
of Mistra.
don't have a lot to fear when we're in her group. In most
No.
circumstances.
just to put them, I don't know if I should. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, man. To get on her good side, I cast thaumaturgy, and so my voice is amplified and directed towards all the guards. I said, "Kneel and give proper obeisance to Lady Laurel Silverhand, Open Lord of Waterdeep."
Wanna give me a roll real quick?
4.
See whether or not they
Persuasion.
shoot you.
You can pick persuasion, intimidation, or any of the related charisma skills to which you have a -1 modifier.
Did I say that I cast guidance on myself before I did that?
No, you did not. But retroactively, I believe that that you made a little bit of a prayer to
Yes.
Edrithania before
Yes, I
you
did.
decided to try and command the hostile guards to respect the enemy commander.
Well, here's the persuasion check.
It works.
Whoa!
Hey, congratulations. That's a good
Nice.
one.
Awesome.
Even with the -1, it's a 15. You can throw the D4 if you really want to.
Nah, I'm
You're
good.
not going to hit a 20.
Yeah.
They kind of like look at each other a little bit, like we're not sure whether or not we should listen to this flaming haired priest, maybe in plate mail with the, you know what? Let's just kneel. They kneel. They show reverence to Lady Silverhand as she rides through the gates of the rampart, and they're sort of forming a corridor toward the central tent. Are soldiers just lined. You guys ride through. There must be 40 or 50 soldiers here. You're not sure if all of the soldiers that are, representing Neverwinter are in attendance, but battalion is certainly more than this number. You ride up to the main tent. Lady Silverhand stops. She looks down at a young man, like a page, who's standing by the tent. He goes, "Oh!" He goes and he gets a like 2 step stool thing and places it down for her, and she steps gracefully off of her horse down the little step stool.
I bet she's got
And she
2 shoes,
strides
too.
into the tent. 2 of her guards. She doesn't have guards, does she? She only has you. Are you guys going to go protect her?
She has us. Yes,
Yeah.
I
I
think
will
that would be a
follow
good
her.
idea. Yes.
You know, I think
100%.
I will follow and always stay a little bit behind her.
I won't try the thaumaturgy trick again, but I will, because I know that we're keeping up appearances, and I do have some knowledge of this. We'll go before her and announce her into the tent. So You
Just
know.
gonna run past her and be like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
we have to
Oh, no.
give you levels of bard, man.
As long as it's not
Carl's
Elon.
just sort of like barrels into the tent ahead of her, and he goes, "Announcing, Lady Laurel Silverhand, open Lord of Waterdeep," and everyone in the tent just sort of looks at you strangely, but Laurel strides in right behind you, so like the beat works. They don't have enough time to question what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
She walks into the like the central tent, and there, seated at a large table, it reminds you of the tent put up by the Lord's Alliance. I think that would be Selby and Eleutheria and Karlsruhe, who got a peek on the inside of that. With a long table, and off to the side, there's like a strategy table with little figures on it representing the armies.
Maybe Sarah should try and sidle over there and take a look at that table with all the figures and stuff on it.
And seated at the far end is Lord Neverember. To his right-hand side is Hodgkins, and to his left is Gundren Rockseeker.
Jackass.
I knew it.
Damn it.
Do I actually say that out loud? That's the question.
you say jackass.
Yeah, I actually do say that. I think I was just like, that was my negative charisma score.
He's leaning there, like half passed out on the table, with his hand on a silver goblet, and he kind of looks up, notices that you guys, and he goes, "There's my friends again. What has the like?" And a young woman comes over and goes, "Oh, more wine," and she pours wine into his cup and walks away. And he goes, good.
Cowards.
It seems that Lord Neverember found Gundren's true vice and has kept him completely liquored up and in a stupor for days.
Should never have rescued that jackass. I said
Stuper's kind
Yeah,
of
but
Gundren.
It would have been worse if we hadn't.
under my
Legally,
breath.
Well, I don't know. We could have still taken the map.
we're the ones with the power to.
He did sign. We did sign it.
Yep.
His right's over.
You did.
Who knows what else he signed since then? But yeah, I agree. So
Yes, but.
I don't suppose we got a date on our signature.
Well, of course. I'm a scribe. I make sure it's all on the up and up.
Oh, well, then we should be
Lady,
good then.
Silverhand waits expectantly, looks over at the page again. The page goes, "Oh, right." And he runs over and he pulls out the chair for her. And she steps forward. He pushes the chair in. Daggelt leans forward, his fist on the table, and goes, "So, Laurel, once again, we sit at opposite sides of the table from each other. And this is the first time that you're seeing Daggelt up close. He is a very imposing man. We joke that he's Lord Cranky Pants, but he's more like Tywin Lannister. He has a bearing about him which is not to be trifled with.
I'm just keeping my eyes on Hodgkins as this is going
Hodgkins is seated right next to Lord Neverember, and he's just eyeing the room. He takes notice of you, and he nods very slightly, subtly, almost I guess, almost like provocatively, like a Tim Curry nod. Like, "Oh, okay, you're here too."
is that Tim Curry from Rocky Horror Picture Show or Tim Curry from Clue? So
Tim Curry from Robin Hood.
okay.
on. Tim Curry from It.
With a spoon. Oh yeah.
As long as it's not Tim Curry from Legend.
That's not Tim Curry, though, but
Right?
it's Ellen Rickman.
I will be standing back into the side and hopefully one of my companions goes to the other side of Lady Silverhand, like a guard type thing. But
I can do that.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything. I'm just standing
No.
there.
Yeah.
So,
She says, "Yes, Daggelt, except this time, as with all others, I have friends, and you don't." And everyone else just kind of comes into the tent, All 13 of you are in attendance, and she says, "Do you have enough chairs for all the friends I've brought?" And Daggett looks a little bit irritated, realizing with a quick head count that you managed to get 13 into the gathering in total, in addition to Lady Laryl, and there's only 15 chairs.
I'm happy to stand.
I'll stand because I just to kind of keep close to Laryl.
He looks to Gundren and just kind of sneers and beckons to the young woman, and Lara goes, ah. He's part of this negotiation as well. If you don't have enough chairs, perhaps your non-essential personnel should give up theirs. And she looks over at Hodgkins and glares at him.
Right.
Very suddenly surprised, he looks at Lord Neverember, and Lord Neverember stiffens.
I bleed for this woman now. So.
And goes, "Very well, Hodgkins, if you wouldn't mind giving your chair to the delegates." Hodgkins, almost mortified, stands up, pulls out his chair. And Lady
I am so
says,
sitting in that chair.
I'll let you do that. No. I'm still standing where I am. I'm keeping guard on Laryl's back.
Yeah.
She says,
Shelby
"Everyone,
just
please,
smiles at him.
have a seat."
Thank
She
you,
looks around, she
Hodgkins.
goes-
You may go.
She goes, "Oh, Daggett, refreshments? I assume you're not going to have us starve? You prepared something, yes? You know, it's customary when meeting with your opposing force, the leader of your opposing force, to invite them in and to entreat them to parley. So, where is the salted pork? Where is the fruit? Where is the
Where is the salted
roast
pork?
chicken? Where is the bread? Where is the wine?" Daggett grinds his teeth and he goes, "Hodgkins, if you would." Hodgkins goes, "Right away, my lord." And he walks out of the tent.
I love her fine tastes.
And she says, "Oh, good. Now that our needs are being seen to properly, perhaps we should get down to business. Give me a Sirius, give me an insight check real quick."
Hold on.
20, baby.
Nice.
Oh, damn, 24.
You realize that Laryl got Hodgkins out of the tent on purpose, not because she wants food, but because she wants Hodgkins not there. Very
Nice.
much so not seeing or being able to lay eyes on what is going on in this negotiation.
I do not blame her.
You also recall that the last time you encountered Hodgkins, he was able to cast magic subtly. Without any incantations or any, somatic components. He could just cast spells as long as he could see. So she wants him not in the tent.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
He's going now to go round up food all over the camp to see who has roast chicken and where the bread is and to bring the wine. So he's off on a little mission of his own, trying to find fresh fruit and salted pork, of course.
Of course.
Daggett says, "So I hear you have what you think is a means by which to negotiate your way out of this, Laryl. But unfortunately, it appears as though I own the majority of the land surrounding Wave Echo Cave, which was sold to me by the town of Phandalin, rightly, and through just sale. We have the deeds. And Halia stiffens and looks at Laeral, and Laeral nods, and Halia says, honestly, Lord Neverember, there must be some mistake. Your steward, who doesn't seem to be here, purchased deeds that were falsely prepared by our scribe, who, for some reason, can't be located. I would very much like to have him here to say what transpired between him and your personal steward, but unfortunately, he can't be found to give that personal account and testimony. And Lord Neverember frowns, takes a big, deep breath in through his nose. So you're saying that these deeds were not procured in the appropriate manner? Nevertheless,
we're stating that your steward attempted to purchase something that was not legitimately for sale from someone who didn't have the authority to sell them.
Well, it then seems that whoever's running your townsmaster's hall is disorganized and possibly corrupt, which, were he here, I'm sure Hodgkins would be able to corroborate. And Gundren goes, huh? Listen, oh, my friends! Did you know they're my friends? And Neverember goes, yes, we are aware, Gundren. But I am your friend as well. You've spent so much time here at my camp. We were just talking, you and I, about the decision that you had to make, right? In the negotiation for your share of the mine. And Gundren goes, but they're going to negotiate for me. Neverember frowns yet again, grits his teeth, and goes, oh, they are? Great.
And we have it in writing if you desire proof that
I'm sure you
treated
do.
us in good faith.
Yes. Right.
With a date.
A proclamation that was publicly stated and that and whose signatories were publicly witnessed. Lord Neverember.
Right. I believe I did hear about that, yes. He's like speaking through grit teeth at this point. What are the terms then? Laeral says, well, it seems that the appropriate course of action would be to stay with the centuries-old pact that was signed prior to the mine being established in the first place. When the mine was first located, and the idea for the Spellforge was formed, the pact was created so that it could be built together. And no one entity or race would benefit more than another. So in keeping with the spirit under which the Spellforge was created in the first place, Daggelt, we have assembled a coalition of dwarves, humans, and gnomes who will be acting as the sole custodians of the mine. And Neverember goes, And I assume this means that you believe that you can operate the mine from within the cordon of land that I own. And that's where Nercy Ashenmaul stands and goes, actually, Lord Neverember, it appears that with the assistance of the Phandalin 5.5, the ancient dwarven stronghold of Axeholm has been rediscovered, and our ancestral lands have been returned, which would lay half your claims moot and provide direct access to the main road. So, it doesn't seem that anyone would need your permission to excavate the mine or to travel across your land.
And we present the axe and the crown as proof.
Lord Neverember starts to rock uncomfortably in his chair. Where's Hodgkins with the food? Gundren goes, isn't that nice? They're nice.
Yeah.
We are nice.
Laryl leans forward and goes, Daggelt, you've lost this one. And you should be used to it by now.
Ooh.
You lost your way, and then you lost your seat, you lost your fortune, and you lost your mind, and the claim that you have to it. I suggest you go back to Neverwinter before you lose the war.
Damn.
I like
Throwing-
The two of them just like share a burning moment looking into each other's eyes, and you can just feel the rage and the palpable anger radiating off of Daggelt Neverember, and the cool, almost effortless grace coming from Lady Silverhand, and you realize they are fire and ice. They are pure opposites. Lady Silverhand is carrying herself with such composure, and it seems that Neverember is right on the cusp of breaking.
I'm keeping my eye on whichever exit Hodgkins used to get out of this tent.
He went through the main flap.
I'm just watching it.
And I'm grinning slightly at everything that's going on.
Oh yeah, Selby's just had a giant grin the entire time.
I'm still watching everybody carefully. I'm watching Layrell's back.
I'm still trying to drink quietly and secretly, so nobody realizes I'm getting wasted.
Bjorn's just kind of like taking nips from his little bottle.
Bjorn, you might want to be a gentleman and pass it to Nearcy. She might be able to use a slug. She's a dwarf.
Oh well. All right. I thought it would be
I'm
inappropriate.
a dwarf.
All right. I'll give some brandy to Nearcy.
Gundren, you've had enough.
Nods, smiles, and goes, "That's kind of you. At least someone here has shown me appropriate respect and hospitality, and he's not even from this tent."
Or this town.
Just looks very annoyed, but at this point he almost seems defeated as well. He says, I understand that your presence upon your ancestral lands, having reclaimed your fortress, renders half my claims moot. Very well played. I expect the return of whatever gold was given to your steward and passed on to your town's mistress, as we sell these claims back to your town because they were fraudulently signed, seeing as how the dwarves lay claim to these ancestral homelands. Phandalin had no right to sell that land in the first place.
Phandalin did not. If we can locate the steward, I think it's safe to say we would be happy to support your claims against him.
And we don't seem to have record of any gold changing hands. If any did, then, well, it's quite possibly our scribe swindled your steward. That
We'd
can't
of course,
be right, can it?
and we'd of course
he
quoted.
sold improperly forged documents to your steward, who then exchanged gold with him on your behalf. Tell me, how much did you purchase the land for, Lord Neverember? You might want to go hunt down the steward who took or the scribe who took your steward for all that gold.
Or your steward, assuming he returns to the tent after he realizes where the situation has gone.
Yeah, we don't want him to return to the tent right now.
I feel,
All of these are good points.
I feel bad for you, Lord Neverember, that you're served so badly by an incompetent steward who would obviously buy fraudulent deeds from a criminal like that.
He says, all right, Laryl, you win. What are the terms? And she goes, It's about time that you asked the appropriate question. She stands, and he stands, and he motions, and she walks very calmly and diligently across the room, and the two of them go into like a little, go through a flap at the back, which you assume leads to another part of the tent or an adjacent tent or something. About 5 minutes pass by, and Hodgkins returns with a retinue of people carrying various libations and sundries of food. They come in, they place it all out on the table. He looks around, and Lord Neverember is nowhere to be seen. And Hodgkins realizes he is too late. The negotiations have progressed to the point where the Open Lord of Waterdeep and the Lord of Neverwinter are having their private communique. And he is not able to participate.
I look at Hodgkins and say, "You took your own sweet time about this, and my salted pork is cold. Please go warm this up and do your job properly."
Oh, God.
He walks over to you and he passes his hand over your salted pork, and your salted pork begins to steam.
I don't
I
think the
want
salt is
steamy
just on the
pork.
pork.
Careful with the
steaming.
magic there, Hodgkins.
Yes. Well, after having seen my salted pork touched by your magic, it just put me completely off my food. Here, take this away and feed it to the dogs.
Gundren goes, "I smell pork!"
Or feed it to Gundren. It's the same thing.
Gundren, it's ensorcelled pork.
Oh, that sounds rare and exotic.
I'll have two.
He reaches for the pork. Come on, don't be stingy. Share with your friends.
Better he gets poisoned than Carlsruhe.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not touching nothing.
Gundren, like, takes the plate of pork and just starts shoveling it into his face.
Once again, under my breath, I'm like, jackass.
Do any of you want to further antagonize?
Hodgkins, the question did come up of how much gold you spent to purchase fraudulent deeds from an illegitimate clerk. You may want to consider how you're going to address that.
A diligent servant would make his lord whole on his own from his own pocket. Wouldn't you
I'd
say so?
that originally the deeds were purchased for 5,000 gold pieces. That seems about right.
I hope you have that to make your lord whole on your own.
Since you knew they were improperly signed.
I did not know that. It was.
Of course you did.
It was the scribe. He sold
The
me
scribe had
deeds.
no authority to sign them, and you knew this.
Well, if you need to hire an adventuring group to find the scribe and hunt him down to bring him to justice for you, I can recommend one to you.
Are you accusing me of impropriety?
I'm actually
It is your
accusing you of...
townsmaster's employee who has attempted to swindle me. The truth has now come out.
I'm accusing you of failing to do your due diligence on a rather important transaction. So I would say incompetence rather than impropriety. What do you guys think?
Yes.
Selby's like trying to shake her head no to you. Like,
why would I need to do due diligence with the townsmaster of Phandalin?
Did the townsmasters...
Clearly, some foul play has transpired between and within their office. Where is the scribe who sold?
Is this your
these
first
deeds?
time
I
doing
would question
business?
him
What do you
myself.
mean?
We don't know. He vanished.
Well, that's a very unfortunate development.
I whisper to
But if you have any leads towards him, we would be more than happy to track him down.
Does Eleuthia speak Elven?
Wow.
Yes.
I whisper to Eleuthia and Elven and go, Scribe's probably dead and Hodgkins probably killed him.
That would seem to be the case, I reply, Novan.
But Hodgkins, I wasn't saying any of this in accusation. I just thought you might want to know.
Thank you for bringing it to my attention, then. I'm glad that you saw it fit to pass that information on publicly to me.
Well, everyone in here
Most
knew
gracious, thank you. The room does become tense, and just as it seems it gets, too uncomfortable to bear, Lady Silverhand strides back into the main part of the tent, and she looks to Modette Bellabranta, the captain of her army, and she goes, "Very well. Let us make ready to depart. Thank you for your hospitality, Hodgkins. Always a pleasure." She walks out of the tent.
I think our business here is done, and at least I'll start to follow her out.
Lord Neverember pushes open the flap to the back. He goes, "Hodgkins! Get in here!"
May the blessings of Airdrie Fania reach all of you always, and may her gentle winds caress you in your ignoble acquiescence to my lady's demands. Farewell.
Cirrus just puts his hand on his shoulder and says, "Good luck, Hodgkins," and I say that with no sarcasm or ill intent.
It's like he's legitimately good luck, dude. You're gonna need that shit. You're in a bad spot, man. So, you leave the tent with Lady Silverhand. Mm-hmm. You mount your horse. It seems that maybe half of the troops have dispersed, but there's still like a loosely formed column between the entrance to the rampart and the main tent. She climbs up a little ladder to her horse, and you guys depart.
I stay on guard and I'm watch just to make sure that no funny business happens until we get back to.
Yeah, I'm just watching to make sure we're not followed.
I make sure to get my brandy back.
As you ride towards the gate, the archers on the rampart kneel again for some reason.
Nice.
Smart.
Almost like, they think that it's the right thing to do. You guys emerge into the field, and Modette Bellabranta rides up to Lady Silverhand. She says some words to him, and he rides off to the encampment belonging to Waterdeep. You reach about the middle of the field, and Lady Silverhand says, "Well, it seems that went rather well, better than expected, in fact."
What sort of terms did we manage to get from him?
Lord Neverember is withdrawing his army from this land.
This is good.
Yes.
He is going to be compensated the amount that was lost by his steward, but Waterdeep will be covering that expense.
Thank you.
And in exchange, I allowed him to not have to incur the expense of drawing battle lines and formations in the middle of the field. It costs a lot to move an army.
Did we ever locate the steward? Do we have any idea where he might be so he might face justice?
No.
No.
That would be the last piece of the puzzle. Were that to be solved, we would certainly have the answers that we need to put an end to this matter once and for all. If the steward is not found, we have reached a successful and satisfactory solution. But if we were to find the steward, well, that would probably uncover all of the truth at the heart of this matter. Sadly, as it goes with politics, that is rarely the case.
Well, Lady Silverhand, Nurse Ashenfeld, thank you for standing up for this town. I realize you, of course, have your own causes here as well, but I'm happy to see a town not get rolled over.
She
Likewise.
says, "Thank you, Phandalin 5, for your deeds. They were numerous. Not only did you rediscover the Spellforge with Gundren, but you also brought the gnomes and dwarves together. You cleared Axeholm, recovering the ancient stronghold for the dwarves of Mythril Hall. From what I understand, you saved the gnomish village entirely. I mean, this is all due to you.
We cleared out the red cloaks too.
Yeah, the least we could do was offer you some backup.
Still, it is greatly appreciated.
You have our thanks, nonetheless, my lady.
So the mines will be reopened by this coalition?
Yes. We will be providing or overseeing the provision of mining equipment and whatever the dwarves and gnomes believe necessary to reinitiate production at the Spellforge.
Oh, Nirsi. Is Nirsi still here?
Yeah.
Seriously.
The whole congregation is together.
Here, you're going to need these. And he reaches up into his sleeve and takes out some keys. These are the keys to the Spellforge.
You just toss them to her?
I'm offering them to her.
Yeah. She takes a look. She goes, "Excellent craftsmanship. Yeah, these are great. Thank you, Cirrus."
You're welcome.
She's Lady Silverhand says, "I will be retiring to my army's tent, and we will begin making the preparations to withdraw as well."
My lady, might I ask a boon before you leave?
Now, what may Waterdeep do for you?
We have recently come into possession of a minor, a humble establishment that we're seeking to build up, and we were wondering if you would grace us with your presence, all of you, if you would come and join us at our new tap house and tavern within Phandalin for food and drink.
You would like to toast the successful completion of these negotiations with libations, of course.
Absolutely.
I must admit, I am rather disappointed at the reception that we received from Lord Neverember. And I could go for some nice food and drink.
Thank you so much, lady. And perhaps by seeing our establishment and knowing that you and the rest of this August crowd has been there, that we will in turn be able, you might, if you enjoy it, could spread word of the establishment as well, because I think you will be suitably pleased by what our friends have done there in our absence. It's truly wondrous.
And you'd be amazed what our magical cocks can do, or mechanical cocks.
Who gave your drink?
You had to go there.
Who was it that gave yours?
She raises an eyebrow and she says, "Well, it will have to be miraculous." She says, I will get Modet, and we will join you there present. Thank you again, Phandalin 5.5.
Thank you, Lady Silverhand.
She says, "I will also deal with that awful mirror, and see to it that it no longer troubles anyone in the future."
Thank you again.
Yep.
And you guys ride back to Phandalin. Do you want to say anything to Halia or the other delegates that are here, or do you guys want to cut to the Ewok party at the tap house?
As long as Droop's not a Force ghost standing with Anakin and everybody else. So.
I got half a
Halia
party going on already,
Halia
so
probably
I'm down.
should know about everything concerning Quinlan at least.
Yeah, and we want to make sure that we stop by and invite Tobin and Trelena to our...
It's going to be great for them, actually, to have, overflow, because being the only establishment in Phandalin that offers hospitality to guests, they're an inn. right? They're not a place to entertain in a drinking hall. So they're actually been overburdened and burnt out. And it's actually going to be great for them to have a sister company that can handle the overflow.
Well, that's why I want to. That's why I want to invite them too, so they can so that they understand that we see this as sister establishments.
We can form a conglomerate and take over the Sword Coast.
And because they're cool.
Right. I'm serious, you guys are going to have to franchise.
Yes.
Clockwork Cocks for everybody.
Plus, our little group needs to discuss that bell thing that we were talking about on Twitter earlier. But we got to do that before we talk to people in the town about it.
I do ask Kelly.
And I do have things to say to Lerol before she leaves, but we'll find
says, yes, if you would not mind visiting me, Lady Eleuthria. Once we've toasted our victory here tonight, I would enjoy your company at the tent at the pavilion in Phandalin. There are things that we should speak about.
Agreed, and I am honored for the invitation. Thank you.
I asked Halia before I just go on my way to whatever we're going to do, but I did want to ask her if in our travels we should uncover either the person himself or the fate of the scribe. Would you like us to bring, especially if we find him in person, to you, or should we bring him to Lady Laurel for justice, one or the other?
Bring him to whatever jail or justiciary is in the vicinity of where you pick him up, and send word. I'd like to see to his judgment personally. Although Quinlan did used to work for the former townsmaster, didn't he?
Yes.
He did turn out to be the leader of the Red Brands. So, I mean, he was a treacherous character, after all.
That's true.
Is he Jack Daytona?
Of course he's not Jackie Daytona.
It's a sign right outside.
I have said all along that Quinlan was Jackie Daytona.
All right. Well, I go on my way, so whatever. I'm just going to be at the Sleeping Giant party. So,
like I said,
we'll start with that.
I'm basically partying right now anyway, so if we just want to continue this over there at the Sleeping Giant, I'm down.
Well, the rest of you guys had some business to do, right?
So. Cirrus actually
I think it'll probably be after the party that I'll be seeing her.
Cirrus wanted to talk to our group.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys should. I think, Steve, that we will handle that in DMs because that's like some advancing of the personal plot, which will.
I was thinking that as well. So
party.
I am great.
That's gonna happen tonight.
Okay.
Wait, if you got to talk to a group, do I got to drink some coffee or something?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
Just a little leftover business.
We'll just say that the conversation happened, and I got whatever I got out of it. Then we can move forward.
Well, you're going to get a good amount of information from Laerl about what you're going to have to do next.
Gotcha.
And that will probably impact what you decide to do with the group, but that'll, come to pass after the evening, and you guys will have a chance to talk about that before you go on whatever
All right.
whatever quest you decide to undertake.
Yeah, we'll assume that happened. We'll assume that happens in the meantime.
I
At the
think
appropriate
that there's
moment.
something else on the docket for you guys, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
What you want to do? Serious, you guys should probably, have your meeting, sit down, and figure out what you want to accomplish.
Real quick, Sears just wants to get everyone together to deal with the disposition of this bell that the town's been holding for us. His opinion, even though the town is now going to be in a better place with increased trade, is that they're still pretty messed up. So, unless the group objects, he would like to offer, let's just say, to purchase this establishment, the Clockwork TBD, the Clockwork Cock,
The clockwork STD. What?
I just want to give the bell to the damn town. I don't care about it anymore. They need money. And if we decide we have to split it 5 ways, then he wants to give his part anyway. But maybe we could parlay that for this deed outright. And since the woodworker's widow, that he still hasn't forgotten, was actually seen to be a descendant of Connieberry, he would like to see some pension given to her so she can raise her children.
Yeah.
Who are you and what have you done with Sirius?
Who are you? Right. Where'd this nice guy come from?
Bjorn likes your plan. We should
Well,
definitely.
I am in favor of anything that helps Phandalin in the meantime.
And I think it'll help them get back on their. I think we can trust Edermath and Halia enough to use the funds to get the town back on its feet while it restocks, get the inn back up and running, repair whatever damage the armies did coming through. I mean,
And we can't really use the bell ourselves, so.
Well, we do
I
have
need
a
solid gold.
We do have a furnace that could melt down. You know, we know people that own a foundry that can melt the bell down into bars.
We can make items with it.
Yes. Or you could turn it into gold bars that we could resell and use, and there's a whole
well,
list of things
again,
we could do.
if you want to do something specific with it, then I suggest we divide it so I can do this with at least my part of it. I have no interest.
I was just pointing out there were options. But in the
Agreed.
spirit of friendship and camaraderie.
Camaraderie? What?
Yes, camaraderie. Whatever that word is. I think it's late, and I've had a lot of Dwarven brandy. So, you know, I believe before I turn into somebody else that we should give this bell away and take care of the town. Quick. Do it quickly before I go to sleep and wake up in the morning. But
yeah, before he gets up on the wrong side of the bed.
There are some conditions. One is that Droop will be welcome in these lands forever because he is our friend and our dear companion, but he's also a goblin. So we must make sure that he is known and welcome. Two, that we are become citizens and have full ownership of the sleeping giant. And three, that I be allowed to establish a small temple to Erdre Fenya in the town.
Well, I hear Sisters Corrals is available. You know, we can make that into a general temple, like to the Seldarine and Al-Shri.
Yes.
I'm gonna stay out of the religion.
Even if it's not a temple, a small shrine, so that when I come here, that I can pay reverence to her and pray for the gentle rain, the blessings of Erdre on the crops as Phandalin becomes more
Well, why don't
prosperous.
we recommend renovating the shrine that was for Timora as a non-denominational shrine so all travelers may pay worship as they see fit?
I favor that.
As long as Erdre Fenya has a place there, I would be fine. Because
Can we call it the Shrine for Icy Bitches?
Well, it would be all sorts of bitches, not just icy bitches. So.
Right.
The shrine of all the bitches.
And bastards. So all of them, you know.
We'll just write all bitches welcome.
Yes. Bitches get stitches.
I don't know, but anyway, that was Sirius's thought on how to get rid of it, buy the goodwill, give the town the leg up they need to get moving, and I don't know why he's stuck on this family, but help out the woodworker's widow and her children as well.
So
I'm fine with it.
I'm behind Sirius on this one.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay. Then we can relay that to Halia and Lord Edermath.
Cool.
Sounds good to me.
And then I guess we stock up and announce for a party.
Wait, we're not partying yet?
Oh, we were already partying.
Bjorn's
You've been partying for a while, Bjorn. So.
Oh, okay.
Holly appreciates the bell, and she says, "You know, we'll call it even. You keep that tap house of yours, and we'll use the bell to restock the town. It'll work out well for us that way because you'll get more customers and the town will thrive. And maybe there might even be some left over to, split amongst your group. Who knows?
Works for us. And if we wish to commemorate the solid gold bell, we could have a replica made, a half replica made, and put it on one of the walls of the Clockwork Cock.
It's not solid gold. Something like
No,
that.
that's not just like.
I don't think the golden cock is much better.
Well, me and the gnomes and Droop are going to be the solid gold dancers. So,
That's heavy.
Body
Gold
paint.
There you
cock.
go. Oh yeah,
Get
did
the
they
disco
build?
ball, put it on top of the
Yeah.
ceiling.
Did they build us a stage in the Clockwork Cock?
They can, if you want.
Yes, we would like that, just for
Yeah,
a few
sounds good.
performers.
What kind of stage are you talking about when I put in an establishment called the Clockwork Cock?
You don't want to know.
The kind for me to play my my lute and my lyre.
Nice
And
save
my
there.
lute.
Oh,
Yeah, nice save, thanks. To play my lute and sing of the heroics of Bjorn the Bold,
oh,
What has happened
I
to this
like
party
that idea.
ever
and
since they were
and
introduced
Selby
to
the
Spring Card?
Sorcerer Supreme.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I
Yeah,
like.
they could.
I
They
like.
could probably manage that, and on such short notice, they'd only be able to do like 3 colors, like red, green, and blue. But they could probably like do some lighting effects. Gnomes are very industrious.
And now I want to go see a dragon.
Yeah.
Oh,
You guys want to go deal with the dragon?
Yes.
we're gonna have to sleep first.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go make some tea. And
Yeah,
Can
and we
proceed.
can assume. Yeah, we can assume that conversation happens before the morning. So
You're
Okay.
going to need to sleep, and you probably should think about how to go about approaching this dragon thing, because it's going to be unlike anything you've ever fought before.
Should probably be scouting ahead and watching the skies.
and also we're gonna have to worry about gravity.
Yeah,
That was not
have
our
to
friend
work
last
out-
week.
We may need to work out some kind of tactics for
Yeah,
this fight.
I do have some defense against it because I have the Drakengard armor, but it's not a total defense.
Cirrus's plan is you guys distract it, and he'll throw things at it from a shadowy corner.
Well, as long as we can fight it outside, I've got some ideas. But
Yeah,
Inside
but
is
I'm
up-
not sure I like the idea of a dragon being able to fly around us and then just do strafes with his breath weapon.
well,
I was
if he
gonna
flies
say-
around us, I can call lightning down on it and stuff like that. So
I feel like it'll be like the things that we fought last week times a
The
million.
ropers?
The flying demon things that I forget.
Oh,
what they're
yeah.
called.
Yeah, that wasn't good. There was no way getting around that. There wasn't any running around to it because wherever we ran, it would just go to a different spot.
I just need more spells. I was out of spells.
I got an idea. Let me purchase a long range weapon before we leave.
That's a good
So-
idea.
I would say that's a good idea.
Like a heavy crossbow or a longbow or something like that. So
Eleuthria has taught me crossbows are not the way.
Hand.
I missed that last
crossbows.
bit.
yeah, heavy crossbow is a whole other thing.
I'm good.
Those things are
I
nasty.
said Eleuthria has taught me crossbows are not the way.
Oh, okay. I had the wrong speaker. Okay. So what were you saying?
So I'm ready. Whatever we're gonna do. So
I was suggesting I should get a long range weapon or something, and Carlsruhe suggested a crossbow, and I said that you had taught me that crossbows were not the way.
I definitely agree that crossbows are not the way for you. You might want to try a longbow or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the longbow. I think.
Well, if you don't want to spend the money, you can just have my longbow. I don't use it very often anymore, so
That'll work.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
need anything like that. I got Eldritch Blast.
go ahead. Just you can have my longbow and arrows. So
Do we need to stock up on potions or anything before we go?
That would be a good
I don't
idea.
have any potions to buy here, remember?
And if we're bringing Droop with us, we're going to need to outfit him too.
perhaps the Waterdeep Army has their quartermaster has potions for sale.
That's a good idea.
We could approach
right.
them.
Perhaps they have advice on fighting a dragon.
Yeah. And I'm sure the dwarves probably have good quality dwarven weapons.
And
So I do want to stock up on potions and stuff if we can. So.
yeah, let's do
Potions.
that.
We are going to need potions for sure.
I'm gonna need Karlsruhe's longbow put on my sheet though.
Yay, we're going shopping.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
I want to buy some boots of flying.
What in the world?
Actually, I had a character once that had boots of flying. That was cool.
We need like 5 rings of feather fall.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go talk to the quartermaster at
Yes.
the Water Davian military encampment.
Yes.
Okay.
So since Cirrus is off getting tea, I'll be like, we are preparing to embark once we are done entertaining, throwing a party this evening. We are preparing to embark on a further journeys. And Phandalin, while a wonderful town, is quite small and doesn't have all the resources that we need. We're wondering, is there any way that we could purchase supplies from you if you have them, such as weapons or potions of healing or things such as that?
So the guy that you're talking to nods. He says, "Okay, listen the fuck up. You want to fight a dragon? You're going to have to DPS it slowly, very slowly. If you attack the dragon, you're going to get the aggro. There is no way to reset aggro. The dragon will chase you. Be very careful. Dragons like to summon their whelps. Sometimes there's very many whelps. Many whelps on the left side, the right side. Many, many whelps. After 2 sunders, you can start doing damage to it. But you have to wait till it lands. You want to get it down as fast as possible. That means nuke it, dot it, get it down as fast as possible. You're going to hit it with a lot of DPS. Lots of DPS. You'll have time to rest in phase 3 when it lands. But until then, you've got to manage the aggro. You've got to throw dots, more dots, more dots. Lots of dots. Until it's time to stop dots. And then you've got to hit it hard. Fast. Hit it like you mean it. And then run to the center, but do not stand next to any other people.
I'm
Get away from the
confused.
head. Get very away from the head. And watch the tail. No matter what happens, do not get kicked into the whelps. Now, you want to buy some potions? I got lots of potions. What kind of potions are you looking for?
I kind of look around, not understanding the accent.
I've got every potion imaginable.
I want healing potions.
Okay, we got the healing potions.
Do you have potions that can give back magical power?
After I was gonna ask.
How about potions of cold resistance?
Oh yes, we got those. My friend Mulgris make those. And Forsyth.
Were you
Very
saying
good,
yes
very good
to?
potions.
What
Who
about
were
the
you
magic
saying yes
thing?
to? Yeah.
Yeah, potions of ice resistance.
You just asked.
Yes, we got those. We got the fire resistance, the lightning resistance, acid resistance. You think we come to a fight like this To fight the evil mages, and we don't bring these potions like that. Of course we're gonna bring these potions.
Do you
Do you have potions that will help to restore magical ability?
What do you mean? Like give you back spell power?
Yeah.
No, they don't make those.
Do you have anything that
yet.
Those
can
kind of
give us feather
potions?
fall?
Those kind of potions are not even remotely possible. The chance is like 1 in a billion.
Do you have
Not until I
potions
invent
of
it.
flying by any chance?
Yeah, we got potions of fear. We got potions of flying. We got a lot of potions that start with F.
Do you have potion of superior healing?
Everything I have is superior.
Well, let's talk turkey, gentlemen. Sir, how much for your various potions? How much is the potions of healing, superior healing, for instance?
For you, I'm gonna make a deal. I'm gonna make a deal. You wanna go fight a dragon? You're gonna need to bring me back something.
Okay.
I'm gonna need the tail. The tail of the head.
In exchange for potions?
Well, usually the potion of a greater healing is gonna be like 200 gold. But, you know, that's a very expensive price. You not being part of the army, I can't just give it to you. Being an outfitter, I gotta look after the stock. So, you can do a lot with the tail. You can do a lot with the head.
So if we bring you the tail and the head, how much do the potions cost us then?
I'm gonna
He
give
said
you
the tail or the head.
Yeah, one or the other. I mean, it's very big. I'm gonna carry it. A big tail.
Selby can put it up her sleeve.
Doesn't work that way.
No, I can't. It's gonna be way too big.
Shh. Can we get the potions for? I look at Cirrus. I'm like, I don't. This is not my forte. 50% off if we agree to bring you the tail.
You guys want to like count out your coin and see how much you're willing to spend on this stuff?
Yeah, I don't even know how much coin we have.
I've got a running tally here.
Okay.
Hold on.
So wait, I missed part of this. He wants the tail, and he's going to charge us.
He's going to give you a discount.
He's gonna give us a
Okay.
discount because normally, like one
Cool.
potion of superior healing is 200 gold. So,
Got it.
but we haven't negotiated. But he's got potions of flying. He's got potions of cold resistance. He's got potions of.
He's got a lot of
Other
potions.
stuff. Yeah,
Superior
he's got a lot
potions.
of
All the
potions.
potions. Very good potions.
He's got a brother who works at Times Square
So
too, selling
many
stuff.
potions.
Do you want me to share that?
Yeah, sure. So this last bit here, I guess I have to tally that up. Let's add this. This was the last haul that you had in Axeholm, right? 33.55 plus 500 plus. You didn't find any of the earlier ones, but you did find that one. 300. It's 41.55. And you've got the 320 and 200 is 520. 520 plus 1870.
As long as we didn't invest all our money in crypto, I think we should be okay. So.
Oh, wait. That was wrong. Come back.
I'm gonna go get some
Come back,
coffee. I'll be right
treasure.
back.
Okay.
Why is this being stupid?
Is Gundren involved?
Ah, that could be. 20, so it's 884. 884 plus 50 is 934. Then that's that's 2390. And 4155. So those are your financial totals right there. You have almost 1,000 gold. You have 23, almost 2,400 silver, and you've got over 4,000 copper. You are lugging this stuff around in your cart. I would like to remind you that it is 50 coins to a pound. So this is a lot of weight. Although, we don't actually use coin weight. It's it's something to keep in mind. So this is your final total of what you have. You could spend quite a bit. As you know, copper is like, 1 to 100. So you really just look at it as 41 gold. And look at this as like 240 gold. So if you were to add it all together, you'd have 41 plus, let's say, 240 plus 934. That's not a 7, that's a 4. About 1,200 gold right now. 1,215 gold total. You're not getting charged for mundane weapons or anything. But the magic stuff is generally expensive.
What kind of magical weapons do they have in stock?
We got, let me take a look. He says, holds up one finger, give me a moment. Goes back. Comes back, he goes, we got a couple swords and axes. Maybe a shield or two. But nothing like, feigned death or vanish or faded. Nothing that good.
How much money did we end up having?
1,200 gold.
Okay.
Yeah,
Our friend here needs a bow. Do you have some? Mm-hmm.
I was going to take.
He's taking my bow.
I was going to take Carlsruhe's bow.
Okay. I was thinking they had like a magical bow or something you could use that. But if he doesn't have any, that's fine.
Oh, if you don't, you need a bow? Ah, you need a magical bow. I'll go get you a magical bow.
Okay.
I'll even give it for you a 50 GP minus. Like a discount.
Okay. I'll take the magical bow then.
I appreciate the reference, Snuff.
Thank you. You're the only one that gets it, but that's okay.
Well, how much was a magical bow? I take a magical bow too. No, I think we should spend healing potions, and then for the people who have to get charge in, like Bjorn, you should probably get a potion of cold resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Cirrus
I definitely
should
have one too.
Cirrus is still carrying a potion of superior healing.
Yeah.
So we have one.
And then, I don't know, if we could afford it, it would be nice to get a potion of flying so we could actually get somebody up there to take the fight to the dragon, maybe. But I don't know if that's smart either, being up in the air with the dragon. So,
well, I'm worried more about like ending up on cliffs and things like that. And then, not being able to get to anybody.
Yeah. I'm just...
Yeah, the one problem with flying and stuff is that you can still have your speed reduced to 0 and be tripped. And if you trip, you fall.
Ooh. I'm planning on just holding on to my teleports and spells to use against the dragon and the whelps. The whelps.
I'll feel better once I get to the next level, because then I can teleport. But until then, I'm kind of have to struggle a little bit.
But
Bombcar comes back and he goes, "So I don't got a bow, but I got this." He slaps down some +1 ammunition for you.
All right.
That's cool.
That works too. So I hand over my longbow over to Bjorn, and he can buy the magic arrows. So.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm thinking we're going to need we're going to need magical stuff to hit the dragon.
Okay, so we're buying magical arrows. We need a thing of protection from ice, and the
Healing potions.
the superior healing potions.
I say we
We'll see if we can get that tail for you.
as much as we can into this. So that's my vote anyway. So.
You don't
Though
want
I
no
would like
potions
to-
like invisibility or the potions of speed, nothing like that.
That might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all.
If
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna
we
fight
have-
a dragon,
You
you
might be
gotta
able to
like
use them.
warlock curses, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Things for
scrolls.
warlock curses. Yeah, that might help.
You're gonna need this too. Reaches down, hands you a scroll. Which one of you makes the casting with the magics?
That'd be me, Sylvie Civis, Sorcerer Supreme, at your service.
We'll
That
have to dabble in
there,
it.
that could make it land.
Oh,
Excellent.
that's what we need. I was wondering, the dude told us we have to get him on the ground as soon as possible, and I'm like, how the hell are we gonna do that?
As fast
So
as
that's a good idea.
possible. So then you dot it and you nuke it.
Do
You
we
hit
have
it
to
like you
nuke it
mean
from
it.
orbit? Is that the only way?
You gotta wait till it lands. And stay away from the head. Watch the tail. And don't get kicked into the whelp groups.
And
So
be careful
don't-
of the wings.
So avoid its sides, its front, and its back.
Whatever.
He's a
you
smart
do,
guy.
Do not step
And
next
whatever
to
the fuck you do not step next to other people.
Okay, stop that.
Cool.
All right, so I've got a potion of cold. I've got 20 +1 arrows. I've got 4 superior healing potions. Did you guys want like a potion of speed or anything like that? A potion of giant strength, a potion of giant growth.
I was thinking a
lot
potion
different
of
types
growth.
potions.
So a potion of growth would be cool. Especially like if we gave a. Does that cause your weapons to grow as well? I don't remember.
No, it does. It does generally just increase your reach because it makes you bigger, though. It makes your weapons deal a little bit more damage, and it gives you advantage on strength checks, and I think strength saves. But I have to double check the saves. I know it does give you advantage on strength checks against anything smaller than you.
Okay.
So yeah, we got a potion of resistance. We got a potion of growth. We've got. Cirrus, did you want another potion of invulnerability?
I mean, if we can, I don't know how much money we're coming across. We're gonna need, but it was certainly useful.
I'm not. Could I get these potions again? I'm sorry, I wasn't able to write them down fast enough.
I
just
got
wanna-
it right here. I'm doing math for you.
Okay.
That's going to be 3,500 gold.
Oh my lord.
But I give you a discount.
Would that discount put it somewhere around 1,200 by any chance,
Or less.
or less?
1,750. Or you could ditch one of the maybe the potion of speed. You want to resist cold? You got a 20 +1 arrow. You got a 4 superior healing, 1 invulnerability, 1 potion of speed.
What if I offered you a deal?
You don't want no potion of vitality or potion of fire breathing.
What if? Would you be interested in this unique item worn by the wizard Flavor Flav? that allows
Flavor
you
Flav.
once per day to automatically be competent and hit while attacking. It would be perfect for like a captain in the army or something to want to buy.
I always
Give
hit
up
it
the
like I mean
Flavor
it.
Flav clock.
Yes.
We do have that Mythril shirt that we're probably not going to ever use.
That's a good idea.
I mean, that's not cheap.
Yeah.
No, that isn't
How are we not using the Mythril shirt?
Everyone else has better armor.
Everybody's got better armor.
Oh.
And we decided it wouldn't fit Droop.
Oh.
Or do we have something better for Droop?
Droop has a +1 breastplate.
Okay.
I'd be willing to sell off first the Flavor Flav clock and then second the Ever Smoky bottle for us to stock up to do on this expedition. So
Yeah. Yeah, I was actually thinking about with the eye patch, maybe once we figure out whatever the deal was with the mine, then maybe I could try to upgrade it.
Yep,
You know,
to turn
our
into a Ned's eye
group
patch.
doesn't have the greatest
Yeah, that's what I was
record for
thinking, yeah.
rolls.
Or just
Maybe
something
we
that'll
need
work to get
Flavor
rid of
Flav
the sunlight sensitivity.
the greatest track record
Gotta-
for what, Mike?
We don't have the greatest track record for good rolls.
Well,
Maybe
said
we
you
need the
gotta-
Flavor Flav clock.
You got a chain shirt, Mythril.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, give me this. Give me this.
It's a kingly gift after all.
Yeah.
as much as I like the Flavor Flav clock, though, it's only allows you to take take 10 on one attack roll once per day. So I mean, it's
Yeah, but
it's
it's
also
been
a
useful a
It's also
few
a
times.
common item. That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's like a common magic item.
well,
So
that's
it's
why
not
we have
worth a whole lot.
that's why we have Selby persuade him that it's a wonderful, wonderful thing from the Sorcerer Supreme. So
It's also
Actually,
not that
you were able to sell
expensive.
poop. I
Yeah.
think if anyone's going to sell it, it's going to be you.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I got that wand of pyrotechnics, which is absolutely useless except for distraction.
Do you want
I
to
mean,
buy?
I wouldn't mind selling that if it gets us a little bit more gold.
Does the quartermaster need to buy some owl dung for fuel for the army? So for owlbear dung.
We represent big energy.
Yes.
We're big energy. We've stopped fracking. It's all renewables now.
The goddess of icy bitches creates the demand for the heat, and then we sell the means to get that heat.
Oh, I see what you're doing now. Now you're creating the demand so you can control the supply.
Yeah,
Right.
You're going to become a banking consortium. Karlsruhe and Sachs.
Yes. So, yeah. However
Formerly
it
from
works
Lehman
out,
Brothers.
I just want to make sure that we have enough healing potions for everybody, and then we need the cold resistance for at least Bjorn, and and then it would be nice to have a potion of speed, the potion of invulnerability, and the +1 arrows.
Yeah, you guys can get the plus. If you give him the Mythril chain shirt, that's actually quite expensive. That'll cover
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, I'm fine with giving him that. We're never going to use it. Okay.
So you get your stuff from the quartermaster, who talks funny and references 20-year-old memes. Let me see here. Are you gonna take Droop? Or are you gonna leave him back at the camp?
Oh, that's a good question.
I say we take him if it's not too much trouble to have him ready. I mean, is he ready or should we leave him?
This is going to be a really dangerous fight for him, though.
How
We
are you
can-
going to feel if he dies?
Briefly sad.
Briefly sad. Then I'll be glad it wasn't me. It's nice having a distraction. Droop's a good decoy.
It's one
Now-
more target for the dragon. So
I don't want Droop to die, so
Then-
we can leave him behind.
Yeah, the dragon may think he's tasty.
As
Also-
it is, he's going to want to eat Selby. Everybody wants to eat Selby.
True.
Gnomes are delicious, man. They're like
Do we
the
need
other
to
white meat.
arrange for someone to manage this tap house while we're not here?
Might not be a bad idea.
Droop could do that.
No,
Droop
Droop has
can't
actually
manage it.
said that he
Droop-
can't do that.
Yeah.
Droop doesn't know how to run something. Droop is a warrior sidekick. He is not an expert sidekick.
Let's go ask Trelina for her advice on someone in town who could manage tap
Well, there
room.
is someone who knows how to manage a business in town. She doesn't really have anything that's particularly pressing right now.
Are you talking about Holly again?
No, no. Holly
Who?
is running the town. I'm talking about Myrna, the woodworker's wife.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Are you
Okay.
guys cool with that? I'll go talk to
Yeah.
Myrna.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Let's go see Myrna.
Yeah, you guys could give Myrna a job and oversee running the tap house. She's raised like 2 kids simultaneously, so she understands how to herd gnomes.
Okay. Let's go see Myrna.
All right. Yeah, back at Phandalin, you can find her in her home, which is the south, right?
Yeah,
the woodworker's
woodworker.
house. It's just south of the town's master's hall, right across from the Lion Shield Coster. Myrna is outside hanging laundry. Her kids are playing behind the house. Do you want to rotate
Hi, Myrna.
out, or do you want to just skip it?
I'm okay either way.
Either one, she's going to take it because she hasn't been doing much with her life since her husband died.
We can run it through. It'll be quick.
All right.
Hi, Myrna.
Let's do that then. Oh, you're that Cirrus guy from the
Yep.
from the Phandalin 5. You saved the town.
Well, we did, along with help
and
from the town.
You got that terrible wizard that murdered my husband.
We did. How are you and the children doing?
Oh, we're getting by. Thanks again for recovering the bell. That helped my family quite a bit.
Oh, you're welcome. We're glad that we could help. I'm actually here because I'm be interested to know if you'd open to taking a job.
What kind of job? It's
We're
nothing
looking-
illicit, I hope.
Not at all. We're looking to reopen the tap house formerly known as the Sleeping Giant, which, while this is still up in the air, is currently known as the Clockwork Cock because that's what the gnomes named it while we were away. They've
That's
done
less
some
funny now that I'm sober.
they've done some wonderful things with the interior, but my group has purchased the tap house, but we're not going, but we're off to do a few other things. So we can't really manage it day to day, keep inventory, make sure everything's running. So would you be interested?
Yeah, that would be great. I mean, there were some terrible memories about what happened, but seeing you remove the sign and clear out all of the cobwebs gives me hope that that place can be put to good use and help the town rather than harbor all of the old horrible things that happened with the Redburns. Sure, I'd love to help you run the tavern and look after it while you're away.
That's our hope, that it can become like a place for people to truly gather, drink, celebrate, and not become some den for nasty people to skulk about at night. And it's been completely redecorated on the inside. It's beautifully lit now, but that's all the gnomes doing.
Oh well, that's nice. I haven't really spent time with gnomes. So
They're
that should be
very
interesting.
they're very helpful and industrious.
Gnomes are wonderful.
Clean and industrious people.
And
Well,
definitely count as a whole person.
we are actually currently
Absolutely.
preparing to head on our next sojourn, but if you have time today to walk over and see the place, and then we can discuss any necessary terms, but we'd be happy to have you running it for us.
Oh, let's go take a look. The children, they're not going to go far.
Okay, great.
So she goes with you over to the Clockwork Cock. I'm going to need to update the sheet, right? Definitely have to do that.
I'll open the door and invite her in.
She goes inside with you.
This is the place, and you've got to see this. I'll lead her to sit down at a table and gestures one of the gnomes to send over one of the cocks.
There
You can
Now it's on the map.
you can tell the clockwork cock what you would like to drink.
Just a water for me for now. And it goes and flies off.
You know, it's funny. The clockwork cock even has a little arrow hanging off of it.
Nerd.
Symbolism.
The little gnome comes over. She's put on roller skates because it's fashion.
No, whatever.
And she hands Myrna the water. Myrna drinks the water. And she says, "This is quite an operation that you have. Yeah, I guess you're going to need someone to manage inventory and daily expenditures. You're going to have to start interacting with the townspeople and placing orders. I could do all of that for you for a small fee, of course."
Of course. What do you think would be reasonable? I have no idea what people
She
make
gives you
in
the
this room.
standard rate. I will set up your your tavern business as the side gig. They actually have rules for that in the Dragon's Heist book. So I will tell you how much you're paying Myrna. I think she's going to wind up becoming a sidekick then, because you do need an expert sidekick to do stuff like that. So that'll be sidekick number 2.
Well, that makes sense, because assuming that the Phandelver Pact renewal went down like it was originally agreed, we will also be receiving funds from that.
Right.
Yeah. And we may need her to help collect that stuff too.
So Myrna, and
She's
again,
actually kind of cute.
none of I want to emphasize again that none of this is illicit. We have some other business arrangements that may also result in funds coming in. Above board, Halia Edermath know all about it. When we get to that point, we would like to, and if this arrangement works out and you're happy here, then perhaps you'd be willing to manage our books on that as well.
On the mine? Yeah, I could manage that.
Yeah, for additional fees, of course. And I think my friends would agree that if the business succeeds, that, we can discuss rewarding you accordingly. We want you to feel like a partner in the endeavor, not just a hired manager.
Yeah, all of that sounds very good to me.
Awesome.
I'm kind of taken with this this token of hers. Actually, is a token for her. Which is kinda
Cool.
You gonna leave me?
And
for
we have a deal.
You want me to leave you for Myrna Dendar?
We
No.
have a good cord.
Hey, wait a minute now. Sears was just hitting up the woman over drinks. You guys chill.
This is the token. This is her actual token on roll
Oh,
20.
she's very pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, ephemeral DM, back off. Sears is talking to the lady.
Sears is already moving in on the widow. I mean, hey,
Just remember the risk.
All right, so you guys have recruited your second follower, your second sidekick. She's going to stay there with Droop and manage the clockwork cock for you, so that when you come back next, it'll be hopefully yielding some income with further additional upgrades. It's just, I guess, depending upon whether or not you live. And hopefully the mine and the pact will be underway as well, and potentially producing stuff. So let's take a week-long journey to go kill a dragon.
We have the weirdest social calendar.
Tavern opening, dragon killing.
Kickbacks from the mine.
Stopping a war. Starting a war.
Fighting off demons from the abyss.
So it's going to be about 4 days for you to... Are you going to take your cart or anything? I assume you're taking the cart because it's faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get a replacement for Penelope
I was
too.
say, did we get a new Penelope?
You guys can get a new Penelope. What are you going to name this one?
Penelope.
Okay.
Penelope 3.
No, just Penelope.
No, she insists on no specific designation. No, they're all just Penelope.
But it's a male horse, yeah. But
Penelope.
Penelope. So.
Penelope.
The draft horse is 50 gold. But we will add that to the running tally of stuff that Phandalin is just giving you. Horse. You can get that from Barthen, because he provides all the provisions.
Nope.
So it's going to take you 4 days by cart with the 2 Penelopes riding, and then you're going to reach the foot of the Ice Spire Mountains. They're called the Ice Spire Mountains because they get icy as you go up into the mountains. The weather turns cold, obviously, and there is snow and ice and other hazards that you're going to have to be careful of. How far are you going to bring the cart, or what are you going to do with it once you get to the ascent of Ice Spire Peak?
There is a risk of the horses freezing to death.
I'm also gonna say if we take the cart into the snow, there's a good chance we might not get it out of it again.
And then we go up the path of Caradhras.
That's right.
We have to abandon the cart at some point.
In this case, it'll be the death of the gnome if we don't.
Yeah.
Here's a little bit of info on the peak. There's a place at the top called Ice Spire Hold, right? It was home to a fortress of frost giants once, and the ancestral home of a clan of dwarves that has ties to an ancient artifact that granted power over frost and cold. One might say an elemental object. It is jagged, snow-topped, the tallest peak in the Sword Mountains, and is said to have been formed from the frozen remains of a long-dead frost giant that grew to near unimaginable size through magical means. It is so huge that in good weather, it's visible from Phandalin, which is... I guess as the crow flies, 48 kilometers south. But you guys have to take the road. I guess, yeah, the ascent is going to take you a total of 4 days, so you'll reach the top there. Okay. When you get to the ascent, Carlsruhe, you're studying to be a ranger, right?
Correct.
Why don't you give me a survival roll?
Sure. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, take 10.
I half expected Karlsruhe to bust out with "I will survive."
I will.
Looking at the ground in the ascent, where the snow starts to precipitate, you notice that there are tracks. They're like long, straight tracks, long, straight lines, and on either side of these lines appear to be some sort of three-toed footprint. Which looks like the toes may have claws on them and a heel claw. Something that looks like it has very good grip or footing, and these two parallel line tracks next to it.
Kind
Are
of.
the tracks like two in the front, like one in the back? Like I'm picturing like a bird claw.
Similar to that, yes. They're three in the front, one in the back.
Okay, three in the front, one in the back.
I kneel down next to the tracks and call over Bjorn and Selby at their knowledge of nature and arcana, and myself as well, and study them, trying to determine what it is and how big the creature might have been that left them.
All right, I will
I'm
check
guessing
the
something
tracks.
draconic.
Yeah.
It's a guess right now.
I will check the tracks. Do I do survival for that?
Yeah.
And 13.
You're pretty sure that you've seen tracks like these before. I'm gonna try and give you like a little image here of dinosaur footprints. Here, I'm just gonna show them to you right there. You can imagine that it's the one on the bottom left of this. So that, like there, on the bottom left. This one, the green one.
Okay.
Definitely seems draconic.
I'll make another survival check, but I don't know if Selby wants to do an arcana, if that helps at all, or
Yeah, I can do that.
So are you guys thinking something towed a cart up this trail?
I think it was dragging its tail behind it, but
No, they're two parallel lines.
Ooh.
About 3 inches wide, each of them.
It does seem like there was a cart of some sort being taken up there.
Yeah.
That's a good guess.
I got a 19 on my survival check, Neff. So.
Yeah. If this was a regular road, it would appear that these would be wagon tracks, but wagons don't have wheels quite this wide, and usually wagons leave 4 lines, because they're not perfectly aligned. Like each wheel leaves its own line, and there are 4 wheels. This is only 2.
Maybe it's like a sled? A sleigh?
Oh, there it is. You guys are so
No, it
smart.
makes sense.
Yeah. Sled in the snow. Dragged by some sort of draconic creature that can climb a mountain very easily. Yeah.
So,
Weird, huh?
Are the orcs friends with any draconic creatures that we know of?
No, it's the opposite. Orcs hate dragons.
Yeah, remember the orcs were complaining about this dragon moving in here, weren't they?
And they were
Yeah,
driven
but
out.
I thought that was the ice dragon, and this seems like kind of small for that.
The dragon might
Well,
have
they did talk about whelps. Could be
serpents or
Oh,
something.
that's
yeah.
right.
And no other tracks around if I look.
Because was it?
Give me a another roll, sir.
Do you
Was
want
it-
survival or investigation?
Give me an investigation roll.
Wasn't there also like a cult of the dragon thing around here? Maybe there's like followers of the dragon. up
Oh,
here?
that's right.
There you go.
That's right.
entirely possible.
There are 2 other types of tracks. One looks like a human boot print, and the other, the feet are way too big to be just a regular human. They're also, I don't know, weird impressions as though like maybe they were wrapped, but you can tell like they're very broad feet. It's hard to determine, but it's definitely something bigger than a person.
So
A giant, maybe?
Something was traveling up here for some reason, or to resupply, or to visit, or who knows.
Yeah. I don't think it works this way, but can we make another survival check to determine what those tracks are, or
Let
you
It
have
is
to-
humanoid. Were
Okay.
you a actual ranger? You might
Yes.
be able to determine because there is ranger magic that lets you do shit like that.
Oh. I have survival. I mean, I can give it a shot.
Yeah. Oh, sounds like we know all that we could know from
Yeah.
knowing that's humanoid. So
2 different sizes of possibly humanoid creatures, either leading or with lizard-like creatures pulling a sled. It sounds
You
to
don't
me
even
like
want me to try to identify
sounds
the
like a
second
supply
set?
visit to me,
if
or tribute.
if it's possible that you could identify
Yeah,
it, go for it. I
that'd be
don't
great.
know. I don't know if you can.
I
So.
don't
Well,
see
with
what
a
it would
high
hurt
enough
to
roll,
try
you
it.
can do just about anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
20.
good. Like I said, humanoid, larger than a person, broad, maybe like feet that were wrapped, not necessarily wearing shoes. Maybe toes sticking out. Could be giantoid, could be orcish, possibly. Not going to be a dwarf, not going to be a gnome, but any of the humanoid races, right? It's not cleft, so it can't be a minotaur. Trolls, generally their feet are even bigger.
But something came up here, and they were well prepared for what they would face.
Yeah, something like that. Something knows what it's doing. Climbing.
I still go with
Somebody
either a
else sending-
supply run or a tribute run.
I think we should be on guard no matter what. So as we advance.
Or a failed attempt to hunt the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't imagine we can't be the first trying to get it.
Could it?
Smart.
Real quick thing before we move on. Would it be similar to the ogre tracks from the ogre that we fought before? That was with the orcs.
Good. Yes. Yes.
All right. Cool. So I
couldn't
relay
recognize
that to
ogre
my
tracks with a 20.
Well, he's
All right.
comparing them to what you saw before.
Okay.
I'm building my ranger encyclopedic knowledge. So
Right?
As good as you can get without
encounter-
actually being a ranger.
yeah.
Didn't we encounter like ogres or something like that and told them about the dragon?
Yes.
They told us.
Yeah.
Oh, they told us.
Yeah.
Because
They have recently moved in here. That's why some of those
We
orcs
told them about the
were.
wizard thing.
That's why they were summoning that avatar to fight the dragon.
Yeah, the thunder pig that we roasted and put
That's
a apple in its mouth and ate it. So
That's right.
And a little sign sticking out of its head that says Selby was here.
So you guys can't take the car any further.
Nope.
It is going to be a tough climb at this point, unless you have a sled, which you don't.
We do not.
You do not have a sled. But I'm going to put you on the map in just a second. Is there anything you want to do to prepare to climb? When we start the climb, we're just gonna go. Just gonna climb.
How long does the protection against the ice resistance one last?
I think it lasts a minute.
I think you should
Yeah.
wait until we.
I
run
would
into
definitely
the actual-
wait.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
for
more
the
of a
dragon.
combat thing, not a
Yeah.
move on up the trail.
Yeah.
I think we should spread out so that we're not grouped together for like an attack, and then
Whatever the fuck you do not stand next to other people.
and then either Bjorn or Cirrus should take the lead. Like Cirrus if wants to scout and be stealthy and get far ahead of us, or Bjorn to be the fighter up front. But
I think as long as we're moving up the trail, honestly, Bjorn is probably best in front. If we need to scout specific routes or areas, I'm happy to do so. But
okay,
Yeah.
works for me.
Oh, you know what? I probably don't have those temporary hit points anymore.
And I'm just gonna say that
Last
I'm
until
winter
you-
Karlsruhe since we are in a wintry area. So.
They last until you sleep. All right.
We
I'm
have
going to put
slept.
you on the map. Here we go.
Yeah.
What do you guys see?
Dead things
I see red.
I
circles.
see a lot of ice.
and
There we
a
go.
what's that thing? The big thing.
What's just north of you?
A bridge.
Somebody who's clearly eating more food than we are.
As you approach this, the precipice of Ice Spire Peak, you come across a ogre that is frozen in place, completely turned to ice, encased in ice.
Ooh.
Should we poke it?
I have a random thought.
I think we should. Yep.
If we thaw him out, will he help us fight the dragon?
Possible.
Will he be alive?
He's
probably
probably suffocated by now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I think we should leave well enough alone, but know that something froze this. So
Right.
Yeah.
The way that entombing works is much like holding your breath underwater. Slowly you lose hit points. And this, because it is ice, it is freezing, you lose additional hit points from cold.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, this may be a useless question, but the ice that is he just frozen or is there ice around him?
There's ice around him. It looks like he looks like he is completely frostbitten through. And there is ice that has encased his whole body, almost like a block of ice that he's trapped inside. Imagine like an ice cube.
So
right?
Dragon
Are
or
there-
spell?
Are there spikes coming off of it in any particular direction, like it came from a direction to entomb him?
That's a good idea. Yes, it looks like there are spikes that came from the northeast, but also oddly, the spikes jut up into the air, not like down or.
So he was
wow.
like frozen
Something
from below?
Yeah, from below.
Why is that creepier?
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know.
Probably because dragons aren't known to normally do that.
That seems to imply some kind of magic, doesn't it?
Or a creature that burrows underground that has ice breath or something.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Does he have anything interesting looking in his hands?
He does have his big club. I mean, if you guys want, you can smash this thing open and see if like his body has anything interesting on it.
I think I
That
want
might
to.
not be a bad idea.
If they want to do that, while they're doing that, I want to do a perception and nature check around here to see what I can find out, like to see if there's anything underground or.
As you're looking, you can tell that the tracks get very erratic. They scatter in multiple places. You see the emergence of like a third track.
Mm-hmm.
Give me another survival roll to see if we can get something extremely specific.
All right.
Here's
Shabam.
Ah,
22.
Pretty good. Those pretty good. What's the final result on those?
22 and 21, the two of us together.
Ooh, if only you guys could break a 25.
I pray to Erdrefania for guidance.
Pray to God. Pray to God to get a better result. Okay.
And
Oh yeah, baby.
There you go. Yes, you find a fourth set of tracks. It seems much more disciplined than any of the others because it doesn't like dance around or go in circles or spread out in any one particular direction. It goes straight towards the bridge. These tracks are starting to fill up with snow. These are not fresh tracks by any means.
what are
Does
those?
does the ground look disturbed or dug up in any way to the northeast of the ogre, like where the ice would have come from?
No, the ice looks like where the bridge is,
Yeah.
right? So that's the north.
Okay.
The northeast would be like off the peak up there.
What are those tracks? What do the tracks look like before we?
The ones that are very disciplined, they
Yeah.
are metal. They look like they were metal metal greaves,
Okay.
like the type a knight would wear.
Okay.
Interesting.
I can't control my character, but I would move towards the bridge
Oh
while
shoot, you can't? Hold on.
looking at the ogre or whatever.
I want to make sure you guys are assigned. I just have to find the index here real quick. I don't know why I can't find. Oh, here it is. Why is it in the middle of the book? I don't know. Selby is not Selby, but she is now. Yay! Cirrus is not Cirrus, but he is now.
It's Jackie Daytona.
Eleuthera
No
is
idea
not
what you're talking
Eleuthera.
about.
That ogre's Jackie Daytona.
Bjorn.
I thought Quinlan was Jackie Daytona.
They're all Jackie Daytona.
Carl!
Is it like the agents? Is Jackie Daytona like agents in the Matrix?
Yes.
Oh
He
my
just
god!
takes over people.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like Friends of Red Jenny and what's its name? God, why can't I remember the name of the dang video game now? They're all Red Jennies. So I'm Jenny, you're Jenny, we're all Jenny.
If you chip away at this thing, if you break it out, the ogre does have a sack. Along with his claw.
Okay. Let's chip away
Yeah, it's inside that sack.
Let's chip away the ogre's sack.
Yeah.
With the clockwork cock.
Yeah, maybe we could use the mechanical cocks to get the sack. So
All right,
God,
guys,
Lord.
give me a couple of strength checks to see what.
Oh,
we
I can bust
see.
out a strength
I
check for
will
you.
Not be helpful there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a Bjorn and Carlser thing.
All right, strength check 101. Let's do it. Oh, and I did it exactly 101.
All right.
That was definitely first level strength check right there.
I was gonna watch the bridge, but I will give you a strength check after seeing
Thank
that.
you.
So
I can watch the bridge instead. That's fine.
just a strength check.
Yeah, just click strength athletics. Yeah. There you go. There we go.
There you go.
Carl's Rue like bashes on this ogre for a while, like chipping away at it, punching it with his gauntlets.
I'm good at touching
Trying to-
sacks, so you know.
Trying to make headway. He finally like trips away enough that he can yank the sack out. So he yanks off the ogre's sack.
Oh God.
Inside, you
Like a paper
find
towel.
rusty dwarven helmet, 2 halves of a splintered wooden shield, a tumbleweed, a crumpled up cowboy hat, a cloth doll in desperate need of restitching, and 3 healing potions.
Ooh.
3 healing.
Whoever wrote this needs to get smacked in the head.
Do any of the items other than the potions appear magical?
No.
Okay.
I like the
didn't know
cowboy
maybe
hat
there
at
was,
least.
like-
Or cowboy hat.
I
So
didn't know if maybe there was like a magical cowboy hat or something.
I hand out the healing
Magical tumbleweed.
potions. If no one has any objections, I think Bjorn, Eleuthera, and myself would take those, if that's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Agreed.
need
All
one.
right.
And then I take the cowboy hat and I put it firmly on Bjorn's head. So
That's a good look for you, Bjorn.
yes,
I'm sorry I missed that. I was writing. What did you say?
I took the cowboy hat and put it on your head. So
So you now have the cowboy hat from the ogre's sack.
yes,
Okay.
you've got the sack
All right.
hat.
Can I get some prestidigitation on this thing? All right.
I got the Flavor Flav clock. You've got the cowboy hat. Eleuthera is going to have is dressed up as the sailor. Selby is going to be the construction worker, and Cirrus will be the Native American, and we're all going to do YMCA. So
Do we know about can we tell anything about the potency of these healing potions?
They're smaller than the ones that you just bought.
I give you
So I guess
herbalism.
regular healing.
Can I
Cirrus
test them with
Cirrus
my-
will take the ragged doll if no one wants it.
Which one?
The doll.
Yeah, that's fine.
Here's a herbalism check for that with my herbalism kit, just to get a better idea.
They are regular old potions of healing.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to roll it anyway. There you go. So
Thank you. Appreciate
I'm going to waste one of my occasional good rolls. So. All right. Well, I don't trust that bridge, so I think we should check that out very, very closely. In fact, I'm inclined to just ask Selby to fly me over the gap because.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm not
how's
liking
it
that
look?
bridge either.
How's the bridge look?
like a rickety bridge across the chasm.
Okay,
Missing
you
a
do
couple
get
of
points
points.
for just not saying like a bridge.
All right.
Do we have rope? I'm assuming
have rope.
we do.
I think
Can
we
we-
all have rope, actually.
Can we go across one at a time and tie rope to our friend that's going across, and then and do it that way?
Yeah.
Like one of us is on the
The
other side.
mountaineer way.
Yeah,
Cirrus will tie a rope around his waist and he'll give it a try.
yeah. I'll tie it
You guys
around
are
my
going
waist to
about
hold
it
on
the
to.
right way, being precautious. I appreciate that, and you are doing the right thing. I'm just going to let you know, though, like the sled tracks do go across the bridge. So
Okay.
They go
whatever
past
was-
the bridge?
Yeah,
No,
they
across.
can
Go
up-
across.
Oh,
the bridge.
across the bridge.
So we're being cautious, which is good, but we didn't need to be.
Yeah,
So.
but you don't need to seem. It doesn't seem like you need to worry that much because whatever was dragging the sled was probably heavier than you.
Okay.
But it could have weakened the bridge.
That is true. Yeah. You know what? High or low?
Hi.
Who's going across first?
Why did
Cirrus.
Don't give the
I
DM
know.
any ideas.
At least it wasn't
going
me
across
this
first?
time. It's usually me
Yeah.
giving him ideas.
Although we could tie the rope to the broom.
Wait,
Just saying.
okay, there. Now we go.
Cirrus
Okay.
is,
Cirrus,
he's
high or low?
walking very
High or-
slowly. Hi.
High or low? Go on.
Hi.
Go on, high. Hi, he says. Hi. Okay.
Yeah.
It's high. You're fine. As you approach the other side of the bridge, though, you do see ahead of you, about 30 feet away, there is a body laying in the snow.
Is it frozen?
Let the bodies hit the snow.
There's been light snowfall. Light snowfall has covered it, but no, it is not frozen. It is laying in a pool of blood.
Hey guys, there's a unfrozen body laying in a pool of fresh blood this way.
It's not fresh.
And I
it's also
and I think a rock just moved.
Yeah, I'm just making the rocks closer so that you know that whatever these things were killed by giant rocks.
Come on, Toby.
Hmm.
I think there's something up there throwing rocks down here.
Yeah, I'll go
With
once
very
and make
good
sure
aim.
nobody else is around.
Okay.
Right. Well,
All right.
Cirrus,
we
Cirrus
got it.
is looking up and around.
Looking up and around. Give me a perception check versus my snow stuff.
Sylvia, are you coming?
Yep.
should be cautious.
I guess
Well,
so.
she doesn't need to be. She has a broom of
Not a
flying.
chance.
Right?
Yeah, 16.
There we go.
Not a chance. They're not good enough. But
I'm
you do get
investigating
the
the body.
impression that, these things were killed by falling rocks. So you do need to be careful wherever you are, wherever you're going.
What does the
That's heavy.
figure that's dead look like as I come up to it?
Oh, that's a good question, right? You want to zoom in on it because those are actually the figures that are
Sure.
laying in the snow. Long robes,
Yeah.
sandaled feet, these weird masks that resemble dragon faces.
Do any of
Also the
us,
dragon, maybe.
does any of us know about Cult of the Dragon? Can we do a check for that?
We know we learned about them before.
Do we know what they looked like? I don't remember.
Would Arcana give me anything?
Arcana or religion, either one.
I think we only heard about them before. I don't know that we actually saw.
I could
one.
try religion, or you can try
Yeah.
Arcana. It's up to you.
I'll give you a religion check,
Arcana.
Sure.
and I'll do religion.
It's freaking cold.
And I'll help Carl's out with his.
Hey, nice.
20.
So, the Cult of the Dragon, from what you know, is a cult, a group of cultists that worship dragons, but more than that, they believe that dragon kind will take over the earth, but they worship Draco Liches specifically, undead dragons.
When I identified this figure through my religion check as a cult of the dragon, I called Selby over, and also because they might have magic items on them. So, but I let her know that we've got at least one cultist here and probably two killed by rocks, maybe from the ogre. So,
Or it could just be like pieces of rock that fell from above. I
possibly.
mean, this is a pretty high number.
Nah, they
I
seem
don't
pretty
think we're
targeted.
usually that lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could've
Are
been the
there any
ogre.
other
So-
boulders sitting around?
Karlsruhe, Selby, do you know how living dragons feel about this cult of the dragon if they're worshipping dead dragons?
I don't know that I would because I know more about it from the religious standpoint, but Selby might studying dragons.
Do I? Do I need another Arcana roll?
What did
Like,
you roll
did-
in your Arcana roll?
It
I
says I
didn't
got
see.
a 9. My dice never showed up. So
I think I could tell you a lot
it
about
said I
how
have a
their
9.
actual cult works, though.
I mean, do they like try and take living dragons and turn them into?
That is
Dead
exactly
dragons?
What they do.
I don't believe so.
Yeah.
That is exactly what they do. They
Oh,
are-
that is
Are
exactly
there
what
any
they do.
other boulders?
They approach living
Abominations.
dragons, and somehow through either trickery or being very persuasive, they entice dragons into becoming Draco Liches.
So a dragon, especially a younger dragon, may not take kindly to their approach.
True,
I wouldn't.
but younger dragons aren't also known to throw rocks at things.
But he might have, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Are there other boulders around here? Are those the only two ones sitting around? Like, if they are,
No,
it sounds
no.
targeted. If there's just other boulders sitting around,
There's this one too.
where
okay, this could totally be accidental.
Yeah.
Even.
Okay,
It could just
there's,
be through and missed.
there are
Yeah.
3 boulders here, and 2 of them killed people. I'm not willing to say that's just
Yeah.
random
Yeah.
boulders falling.
I'm willing to say the ogre threw them.
I'm gonna
Dragons have servants, don't they?
break out my CSI skills and check for
Sometimes.
fingerprints. So
Check for fingerprints. All right. While you break out the CSI kit. to check
Actually,
for
that's a good
fingerprints,
idea. We could check them for claw marks.
Yeah, you could roll to find that out, or you could roll initiative.
all right,
Why don't we
we could.
Yeah.
I like the
Alright.
CSI idea a little bit better, but you know,
Okay, we'll do some initiative.
who are you?
My guy.
I really want to know.
Thank you.
What do I
Seriously,
got?
got my back on my bad singing.
Always.
Oh,
Look at that. I got a 20, man.
All right, I got an
Yeah.
18.
I did not.
I got
show
a
up.
rock.
I got a rock.
You better hope you don't get a rock. Look what happened to the other guys that got rocks. So,
Where is it? Oh, God.
Okay. Y'all are on the initiative tracker.
Oh, I got 14? Okay. I did not see it.
I should have 18 though.
you're the only one I don't see is Selby. Oh, there she
I'm
is.
up there.
I see her. Sorry.
It's okay.
You're so small. Oh, I didn't say
Yeah.
that.
Oh, okay. Okay, 14's I see. Okay, got it. Oh, I'm glad I got that reroll.
So we got
You
Karlsruhe
troll.
first, then we got Bjorn, right? Then Eleuthria is down here.
Yep.
Good. There we go. That's the portion. So while Karlsruhe is kneeling down to look for fingerprints with his CSI kit, excuse me, a giant boulder goes sailing over his head, and hits the ground and rolls 20 feet off of the cliff. And you look up, and you got yetis.
It's Harry and the Hendersons.
Why is no one ever happy to see us?
We're delightful.
Have you
Yetis
seen
don't
that
think so.
Amazon commercial where the Yeti gets the blow dryer and then
Yeah.
that's what these Yetis do. We give them blow dryers. So, then they'll feel better about themselves. They get all
I
styled.
mean, we could get them a contract and make a fortune on the Learning Channel.
Yeah.
As long as they stay blurry and never quite come fully on camera, we could have a whole season.
All right, Karlsruhe, it's your turn. What's gonna do when they come for you?
1, 2, 3, 4. Go to here and stab with my spear.
Okay.
Trying to save spells since I don't know if we'll get a rest. There we go.
You hit.
And bam.
11
Rushing forward.
damages.
I just realized we're all standing together.
I
Yeti.
know, right? Whatever the fuck you
Well,
do, do
we
not
just
stand
crossed
next
the
to other
bridge.
People. Bjorn, your turn.
Well, I'm gonna get the fuck away from the rest of the party.
Yeah. That sounds like capital plan.
All right. I guess I'm gonna go to here. Let's see. Hold on. I think I can dash to here. And I guess I will hold any action.
Okay, you should have a longbow on your sheet now, Bjorn.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to
It
shoot
says
somebody, you
longbow
can.
+1 because
I
it's-
thought I should save the longbow for the dragon.
Yes,
We got
I'm just
regular
letting you
arrows
know it's-
too.
I'm just letting you
Oh,
know
I have
it's
regular
there.
arrows too?
Yeah, I'm just letting you know it's there.
Okay.
And that one has the one that I gave you is the +1 longbow because you have 20 pieces of ammunition, and I didn't feel like making 2 longbows.
Oh.
Saving the longbow, the magical ammo, is probably the best idea though. Okay.
Right.
Yeti is up. Yeti does not like Karlsruhe. So we're going to go here. And we're going to make a melee attack against.
That doesn't provoke an attack, right?
You already hit him. He is already in
Yeah.
your range.
That's what I thought.
So he makes 2 claw attacks.
Don't
And
hit
his
me,
chilling
ET.
gaze. Awesome. Why don't you roll me a Constitution save, Karlsruhe?
Oh, shit.
I prefer if I had a wisdom save.
No, I mean I know, but no.
Can I possibly try something I'm good at?
What did you get?
Got an 11.
Oh no, Mr. Bell, the DC was 13. You are paralyzed
Oh, what?
for 1 minute, unless you are immune to cold damage. You can repeat the save at the end of each of your turns, though.
Well, I am a Frostaladrin right now.
Well, it would be really cool if Eladrin's got like elemental resistance, right?
Yes.
But they don't, which is dumb. Now I get to make 2 attacks at you.
How many cold potions did we bring? Just one?
One!
That
And
is
it's
dumb.
only cold resistance, not immunity.
I think this
So
was chilling.
the cold,
gaze, too.
the cold hit
Yeah,
him
Bjorn
before
has
the
it.
thing even attacked.
Yeah, it
What's
was
that?
it's a gaze attack.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my gosh.
Yep, multi-attack, chilling gaze, and 2 claw attacks. So here's the first one. Hey!
Oh snap!
I'm immune to
Here's the
crits though. So
Here's the second
That's good.
one. Hey, both of those hit. They are both automatically crits though, because you are paralyzed. So
But-
you're immune to being
but he's
struck
immune
by
to
a
that.
critical hit, but they deal double damage when they hit you. So d6 plus 4 slashing damage plus. Ooh, jeez. All right.
You're gonna need that parapet.
7 plus 3, so you're taking 14, 28 plus 6. So you take 14 plus 3 and another 14 plus 3. You don't have any way to reduce damage, so it's 28 plus 6.
34.
34?
Yep.
You have 4 hit points left.
Holy.
Don't get paralyzed. It's bad for you. That was Yeeti. Luthria, you're up.
All right. How close do I need to get to shoot him?
It's just one bitch slap, and Carl's just like, I have 4 hit points. How?
Okay. How close do I need to get to shoot him?
You have 150-foot range, right?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I can hit him from where I'm at, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
but don't forget that you can't. We can't stand in groups. You've got to get away from everybody else.
I gotta get away from Selby, so I guess so. I guess
Well,
here.
God, she smells.
Do not.
All right, so we'll go ahead and do that. All right, let's Eldritch Blast this guy.
If something even smelled around Selby, she would prestidigitation.
She would.
Exactly.
She would. All right.
Uh-oh.
Actually, no. Karlsruhe, you do not take that much damage. Crawford says specific rule beats general rule, right?
okay.
If a
Yes.
player is wearing adamantine armor, do they still take critical damage while incapacitated? Adamantine says that you don't take crit damage, right?
Yep.
Right, so you only take half of that. So you take 7 plus 3 and 7 plus 3.
All right.
So
14
20.
plus 6 is 20. So you have 18 health.
That is so much better than 4.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So do I hit?
Yes, you hit both times.
Awesome. Let's get some damage.
Oh, nice.
That's not bad. That's not bad either.
Not bad at all. 21.
You were shooting the Yeti in front of Karlsruhe?
Absolutely.
Okay. It's a good shot. The Yeti howls in anger as his fur singes from your eldritch fire, which really just does force damage, so I don't know how that works. Yi 2 is going to run up, and we're going to have some fun with Bjorn. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Bjorn, make a Constitution save.
All right.
You're fine.
23. All right.
You're fine.
I was totally going to bust out the inspiration if I failed that.
He whoosh, whoosh, takes 2 swipes at you, and you dance back. Actually, your AC is what, 16?
Yep.
He does hit you once, so you
Okay.
take 10 damage total. 7
right.
from slashing and 3 from cold.
All right, so that puts me at 58.
And that was Yi 2. Selby, you're up.
I am going to hex.
Who are you hexing?
The one in front of Carlsruhe.
Okay.
And then I will Eldritch Blast. So, may the wrath of the Sorcerer Supreme haunt you for all of your days. Selby Scorn. And then I will Eldritch Blast.
Don't forget your Wicca Wish. Wish Wicca.
That's right.
I have to go back.
And I'm going to throw in a boom shakalaka.
And I call upon the power of the Witch Queen. Unleash your wrath. Yeah!
Oh, nice.
Damn.
Nice. Roll that damage.
I will survive.
That's right.
He thinks.
Oh, nice. That's 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not so bad. And now my second Eldritch Blast.
Damn, these things take some damage.
Oh, 13?
13 hits.
Yes.
Wow.
Awesome.
All right. Oh, I bet you that's what rolled it over to the 5.
That's you're shooting the one that's attacking Carlsruhe, right?
Yep, and now my hex is 2d6 because they both hit.
So far we're at 23.
Correct.
13 and 10.
12 and 10. Sorry.
12 and 10.
22.
22.
And then 2d6.
Yep.
Kept you with a deuce.
Another 8. So 30.
Nice. All right, that's Selby. Yethro Tull is up. Doot, 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 doot. Carlsruhe, give me a strength save. Oh, wait, you can't. You're paralyzed. Ah!
Oh, no.
Boop. Carlsruhe gets shoved off a cliff.
Yikes.
You better be really glad you're wearing that periapt, is all I gotta say.
Can I try and shove him back?
He bounces off of the side of the mountain on the way down, which should totally kill him, but it doesn't. What are you doing, sirs?
I was asking if I had time to try and shove him back as my bonus action.
No,
No, that would be a
is it
reaction.
You could as a
No.
reaction.
I was just asking.
No. Carlsruhe is gone. He disappears.
It's a bonus action, so.
Yeah, it has to be a reaction. If Selby had feather fall, she might have been able to stop the descent because that's a reaction. It's a reaction spell.
I don't.
But currently, Carlsruhe has just been chucked over the side of a mountain.
That sucks.
Yep.
I don't have a scroll of that either.
He goes, it's a good thing you're wearing that periapt. All right. Whose turn is it now? It is Sirius's turn. I'm going to finish my move action though. So I moved 3 squares. Hold on. I'm going to make this big again so I actually can navigate. There we go. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Hi, Bjorn. All right, Cirrus, it's your up.
Do I try and finish that one or try and hit one of the ones? Fuck it. Neff, question I fired to you in Whisper earlier. I want to clarify something on sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
Once per turn, you can deal extra damage to a creature you hit with an attack if you have advantage on the attack roll.
Yes.
So if I steady aim...
Yes.
And it works...
That's the whole point of it. That's the whole point of it. You just hate steady aim because you always miss.
Yes, but I'm going to steady aim and fire at the one that was attacking Carlsruhe, because even though the others are unborn, I might have a chance of knocking this guy down with what he's absorbed.
Yeah.
So, steady aim,
Mm-hmm.
throw at that motherfucker.
Go for it. both hit.
23.
Finally.
Yeah. Nice.
Did it.
10.
Sirius whips a psychic dagger through the air. It strikes the Yeti right in the face, vanishes, and the Yeti falls down.
In the face.
So I still have a bonus action, so I can whip a
Yep.
dagger at one of the ones on Bjorn.
Yep.
Damn.
Nice
22.
hits.
Oh,
But
nice. 8.
unfortunately, I used my sneak attack. See, the one-time steady aim works to my advantage, and I wasted the extra damage.
Yeah.
It's cursed.
I hate
You
that fucking
steady-
ability.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
Mm.
Here's my Constitution check as I fall.
Okay. Doesn't you want to see if you're unstunned? It doesn't matter. You're in incapacitation.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to tell you how much damage you take, which puts you into the oblivion, but then you fall stable, so it doesn't really matter.
Carl's
It wasn't
uses the
happening to
power
you.
of talking shit from down below.
He doesn't regain consciousness. He just is not in death saves.
Oh.
If I could have touched the rock, I was going to try and meld into stone if I actually regained consciousness, but
Did we
Yeah, you
untie
took
that
39
rope
damage.
from the bridge?
No.
Charles, you take 39 damage on the way down.
okay.
Now you're at 0 and stable. It doesn't matter. I had to not roll 76. If I rolled 76, you would be insta-killed. But, it's not possible to do that, really, with falling damage. You fell 100 feet and bounced off the side of the mountain. And you're going to fall
Ouch.
again another 100 feet and bounce off the side of the mountain. Okay. So, that's Karlsruhe. Bjorn, it's your turn. You're flanked by Yetis.
Okay. I am going to rage.
Good
I would
move.
assume so.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm going to reckless attack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to -5 on the guy to the left here who already took damage. And there we go. So 9.
No, 17.
Oh, no.
The attack roll was a 9?
17.
17 hits.
All right. And so this is plus 10.
Oh,
So
nice.
22 points of damage on that guy to the left.
Nice.
Woof.
27, isn't
Lot
it?
of
'Cause
damage.
you get your plus.
Yeah.
Even before the
Oh, yeah,
plus
good.
10,
Plus
you get
the
your
raging.
strength
Plus,
bonus.
so 2 more. So 24.
24. Dang.
Dude, your damage was 17 before the plus 10. You rolled 12 plus your strength.
Oh, I'm looking at the dice and not the thing coming up on the thing there. Yeah, so that's 27, 28, 29.
Womp.
Even better. It is
Did he die?
VT's turn.
Damn it.
Isn't he dead?
No, he's not dead. Took almost half his HP. But he's not dead. Yee is going to attack Bjorn. Why don't you make me a con save?
Okay.
Yay!
Oh, 11.
You want to use that reroll of yours?
Yep. Take that off of there. Try that again. That's better.
Nice.
26.
I guess I'll just have to settle for having advantage when I hit you. That's what I want. I gotta move this freaking tracker out of the way. I really have to have a better spot for that. Yay, hit Bjorn once. Yay, I hit Bjorn. No, I don't.
All right.
Yeah, 6 plus 8 is not 16. So hit Bjorn once. So you take 7 plus 3, so you take another 10 damage, but you cut it
Minus-
in half, right?
So 5, so I'm at
7 and a half is
53.
3, and 3 and a half is 1 and a half, so you take... you take 4 damage.
Oh, so I'm at 54 then.
That was VT. Luthria.
All right. I think what I'll do is I'll do the Hexblade Curse on the one to the left of Bjorn, and then I'm going to shoot it.
Boom shaka laka laka, witcha witcha. Oh, 17. 17's got to work. Yeah.
Yeah, that should hit. Yeah, 13 can hit. So. Okay.
Nice. 13.
And
I
then
think 13 hits. Let me double check.
No,
Or are you
13
talking about
damage.
yeah, 13 damage. Yeah, I got it with the 17. So yeah, I mean 13 is definitely at least the minimum.
Yeah, 13's nice. That was a nice hit.
That one
Oh
also.
yeah, 19 definitely hits. Yeah.
Definitely hits.
All right.
Oh yeah, baby.
26.
in a row,
All
baby.
right. And
Yeah.
he's first on top of that.
Oh yeah.
Wow. A lot of damage.
That's a lot.
That one's looking very bad. He looks like he is in the single digits. Yi2. It's Yi2's turn. Yi2 attacks Bjorn. Hits Bjorn. Yi2 attacks Bjorn again. Hits Bjorn again. Bjorn takes 10 damage total.
Okay. And that's the halved version, right?
That is halved, yeah.
Okay.
Minus 10. You got 44 damage. I'm going to take a... actually, yeah, make me a... I'm so stupid. Make me a con save before I do any of that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Yeah, you're fine.
26.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay. Cirrus.
Whoa. That
Wait a minute, isn't Selby's
No,
turn?
my move is actually 40.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we skipped me.
Oh, did I skip you? I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, I
Oh,
go
yeah, I
in
didn't see you
between
on the tracker. I'm
you
dumb.
two and
Go ahead.
Ythrutal.
Yeah, let's do something about this dude that just ran up on me.
Yeah. Is he the one that
That threw
hexed?
Karlsruhe over the edge? No.
who's the one that was originally did he die? No.
Yeah.
I only
The
see
one
2
that's-
of them.
The one that froze
two.
Karlsruhe is dead.
Okay. So
The
there are
one
2.
that threw Karlsruhe off the mountain is on Bjorn.
Okay. I'm going to move my hex cuz the one that I originally hexed is dead.
Is dead.
To the one right here running up on Cirrus.
Cirrus.
And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast in the face. I call upon the power of the Witch Queen. Unleash your wrath. Fujua. 11?
11?
No.
All right.
Oh.
Come on, guys. Do better than 3. Okay, can you do better than a 3?
I said unleash your wrath.
Hell yeah.
There you
22.
go.
You just needed to tell it what was up. That was all.
Yes.
I'm going to empower that. So I'm going to re-roll it. Fujua.
11.
Much better.
Much
Roll
better.
your hex damage.
Now I have my... Oh, whoops. Hold on. I accidentally hit 2 instead of.
Doesn't matter. Just roll your hex damage.
Okay.
Just roll 1d6.
Yeah, it. What I'm saying is it automatically rolled 2. I'd already accidentally.
We'll take the 6.
Okay.
And
thank
roll
you.
your 2d10.
Yeah, I got confused in my head, I think.
Holy shit!
Nice.
Oh god. All right. Then Yethro went. Now it's Sirius's turn.
Okay, I do not like being near a cliff edge.
Right?
Hey guys, just so you know, there's a big old huge brush fire down the road. So if I lose power and disappear, that's why.
Oh no.
No, it's because you got thrown off a mountain.
Yes.
All right. I am going to disengage and move over here. Can I tell?
Make a knife hard.
Go
Not
north
that
a
hard.
little
He's just
bit.
gonna run over to me again.
Yeah.
See, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, but then it
4.
can't throw you off the mountain if you're not next to the edge like Selby is.
Yeah, but I'm on a broom.
And then I'm gonna throw at the dude that's near Bjorn.
Okay. I'm going to artfully dodge. No, not at all. Not a
18.
You hit.
8. Oh yeah, baby.
18.
18.
Nice.
And then
How's that for a psychic connection?
He did.
Awesome. Because I didn't have another throw in me.
Yeah, because you used your bonus action.
Yeah. It's totally worth it.
Okay. Karlsruhe is stable. Bjorn.
I can't attack after I dash, correct?
Right.
Yeah,
You can
so-
shoot him.
Well, yeah, okay. I can throw a javelin at him, I guess.
Yeah, you could.
You have your bow. Awesome.
That's
if
something.
it does
No,
anything.
I'm not wasting that on him. I'm saving it for the dragon.
That's fair.
I only got
Well-
20 arrows. 22
Hits.
and 10 points.
10 points of damages. It's a lot of damage for a freaking javelin.
Well,
Yee-T is dead. Yee-T
yeah, baby.
is dead. Selby.
Oh, wait, it's my turn, isn't it? Bjorn just went.
Yep, I skipped Eleuthria. I'm sorry, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that my fault?
Yeah, so let's see. I don't want to go too far away. I'll start by shooting him.
Yeah.
And then I'll figure out my move. Yeah, that should
15.
hit.
Yeah. And 10.
Oops, I
Yeah.
clicked the wrong thing.
And then blast again. Hopefully this will hit.
There you go.
Yep.
18. That one definitely hits. And 13. 23 points.
Okay, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to move here.
5, 10,
Okay.
15, 20, 25. Yep, yeah, you can do that.
Okay. We'll leave it there then.
Selby.
I will blast him again.
Okay.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I call upon the power of the Witch Queen. Unleash your wrath. Hiya!
Wrath
Yeah, baby.
unleashed.
24. You unleashed the shit out of that.
One more time. Once more with feeling. Angry feeling.
Oh,
Damn.
Oh my god! Damn!
Nice.
oh boy. How do you want to do this? Selby takes aim at the Yeti as it barrels through the snow towards her, galloping like a horse, snow flying everywhere. She steadies her aim, extends her finger, and its head explodes.
Oh, there's Yeti chunks!
Splatters Yeti
yeah!
brains everywhere. You guys are
That's
off
what you
initiative.
get for throwing my friends off a cliff.
Oh, I love the Yeti chunks.
Yeti
Chunks are my favorite things.
Tastes like
All
chicken.
right. So,
That's right.
yeah, what do you want to do?
I'm
Carl's
gonna
missing.
get on my broom and see if I can fly down and find him.
Oh, okay.
Is
Yeah.
that okay?
You hop on your broom.
Oh.
You sail over the edge and down through the howling wind that kicks up snow flurries as you fly. Gosh, it's cold. If only you had like goggles or something to protect your eyes from the cutting winds that are making you tear up and chapping your lips. You come to a clearing. I mean, it's obvious that Karlsruhe has just been bouncing off the side of the mountain as it goes lower and lower down out of the sky. You come to a clearing, like a big ledge area, closer to the base of the mountain, where you see what used to be like where Karlsruhe was laying, but he's been dragged away, and you know his like body out, his snow angel, if you will, is laying there, but he himself has been dragged into a rocky outcropping.
Crap.
Yeah.
I'm too far away to talk to Cirrus, aren't I?
Yeah, you're way too far away.
Are my weapons down there?
Can I?
Oh yeah,
there
you're,
I did look
you're
over.
well. Actually, no, your spear is not there.
Can I look over where she flew down?
Yeah.
Can I see him?
Let me just check something about Stable. I think Stable is unconscious. Just checking.
I think that's right.
I believe it is. I think it's just like making 3 death saves in a row.
Yep.
Just do
Yeah,
it
still
automatic.
unconscious. I was just wondering if maybe you could like sense what was going on around. But no, you have no clue. You're unconscious. Do you want to go and venture in on your own, Selby?
I would not recommend it.
How is everyone else going to get down here, though? Like, it's going to be another half a day climbing down the mountain. Karlsruhe took the elevator. You guys have to, like, wind round, go down.
Well, Bjorn can feather fall down.
That's true.
There's always my way. So. Sorry, that's a Disneyland joke.
I just don't want her going in by herself, because I'm feeling there's somebody else waiting for them. But Bjorn could absolutely help her.
I don't think it's a good idea. I mean, I'm not a fan of separating the party like that.
I'm not either, but I don't know what else to do.
Well, we're already separated.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, and I would rather our mage have some physical support
on me, on the broom with me before I went down, but I
Well,
just thought I was going to pick him up.
Let's vote on that then. If you guys want me to go down there, I will.
I mean,
Selby's
you think we're okay while they do that?
We can try. We can try to backtrack in the meantime, and I don't know what else to do.
I'm gonna say,
or
that
we
you
can
know how
search,
the
or we
thing
can check the
works.
bodies.
The spirit of Karlsruhe says, why don't you have Bjorn feather fall down, and then Selby bring the ring back up to the next person, and they jump and feather fall down, and then Selby brings the ring up to the next person, and they put the ring on, and they jump, and they feather fall down, and then you give the ring back to Bjorn.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, okay. That'll work.
Does that ring require any attunement?
No, I don't think so.
I don't remember.
Yes, it does.
Oh, it does. Okay. Then it's Bjorn or nobody.
Yeah.
But he goes down 60 feet per round and takes no damage from fall. So
Bjorn, if you're gonna go down,
it's gonna be a little while till he gets down there.
if we're gonna do it that way, Bjorn, we should establish a psychic connection before you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are the rest of us doing in the meantime? Are we going to
guys
try to
need
go
start
down after
working your
you
way
guys?
down
Or?
You guys got to start working your way down the mountain.
Just leave me down there.
That, or you could hold the fort.
I mean, I think maybe if we wait here, if they can find Carl, I mean, if they can find Carl's, or it would be 2 trips, but Selby could get them back up here on her broom one at a time.
Yeah, I could do that. I mean, I could take a short rest while you guys do that. It's going to take a while. That would give him at least get my curse back.
I'll keep watching. I've got contact with Bjorn.
I just want to say that from the videos I watched, D&D 101 is to not separate the party. I just want to say that.
I agree with you, but we were forcibly separated.
Yeah, we didn't really have a choice in that, so I'm gonna.
Carl's
blame
went
the
over
Yeti.
the edge, so
yeah.
I'll keep watch, but I'm gonna keep watch by this wall here, so I'm not like out in the open.
I am in
Do you
agreement
realize
with you,
that? Oh, yeah, okay, that's fine. Because you realize, like,
Yeah.
to your left, that's another ledge that goes down, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to stay there.
There's ledges all over the place. At least this one has a wall at my back.
Yeah.
True. Yetis don't drop down from.
And some darkness. I would rather not be in direct.
while I'm down there, can I kind of look around and see what?
Yeah, you can definitely look around. Do you have investigation or survival?
I do not.
Oh, that's perfect. You were like exactly the person I wanted to go down there.
I mean, I can roll in anyway, though I'm not trained in it.
Who knows? You could bust out a nat 20.
About a minute later, Bjorn lands on the flat area that you're on. I don't really want to call it like a ledge because it's bigger than a ledge, but it's also not the ground. It's part of the mountain.
Right.
It's kind of like where you're at now, you know, because if you imagine that the big rock wall by where Cirrus is just keeps going up, and there's this area, just kind of like a large space that goes up the mountain, or on a path that continues to go up the mountain. Bjorn arrives, and you guys look to where the drag marks go. And like I said, there's a rocky outcropping, and it seems that he's been dragged behind it. Bjorn, do you want to roll some survival?
Sure. Where are you at? There you are. Ouch. Not with a 9. You see some snow up
tracks. Right? There's snow on the snow. All right. How do you want to go about investigating this rocky outcropping?
Well, if there's no way to investigate it, I'm just gonna go in, I guess.
All right.
I'm following her.
Unless, do I have? I mean, I could detect thoughts, I guess.
Wait, Tarzan's here. We're safe.
Yeah, I yawn like Tarzan screams. It's true. Do you want to cast Detect Thoughts, or do you just want to hop over the rocky outcropping and see what's on the other side?
Let's just see what's on the other side.
All right.
Is it something like I could lift myself up and look over? Kind of an idea?
No,
or do I have to actually climb over?
It's taller than you are. It's taller than you are.
Just warn everybody if I'm going to be like the princess in Dragon Slayer, where you're going to come around and all the babies are like feeding on me or something. So, you know.
You slowly rise up over the outcropping, and you see Karlsruhe. He's laying on the ground, and there are two people huddled next to him. And one is rummaging around in a bag, and the other one has their leg in a splint and an arm in a sling, and they're like leaning up against the side of the mountain.
Hi?
The person who's rummaging in their bag next to Karlsruhe looks up startled, and she like skitters backward. She is a young tiefling woman wearing a robe with red embroidery around the edges and like long flowing sleeves, and she like makes a hand sign, which you're familiar with. It's like the arcane somatic preparation for an eldritch blast. She goes, "Who are you?"
It's Amicot's apprentice.
Don't blast me. I'll just have to blast you back. That's my friend. I was just coming to see if he was okay, and thank you for helping to take care of him. He got thrown off a mountain by a yeti. Are you okay?
The guy with the splint and the sling goes, "Tell me about it."
Is that what happened to you too?
She goes, "Oh, it was worse than that." Hold on, I will get their names for you in a second. Just minimize this window, close that, open this. There they are. She says, "My name is Runa, and this is Brachus. We were a part of an adventuring party. We went to fight the dragon."
That's what we're doing.
You have to
I'm
be
Selby
very
Civis,
careful.
Sorcerer Supreme. Nice to meet you.
Selby Civis, like the Civis family from Waterdeep.
The one and the same.
Oh wow! I had no idea I was in the presence of such nobility. As I said, I'm Runa, and this is Brachus. We're members of the what the heck is the name? The Reavers, the Stone Cold Reavers.
Oh, that's a good name.
Is Brachus a tiefling too?
No, Brachus is a human. He's a little bit bigger than Cirrus, a little bit beefier than Cirrus, but he's also dressed in like dark clothes and similar leathers that you would have, expected a character like Cirrus to be dressed in. Bruna says,
Warlock and a rogue.
Yeah, Warlock and a rogue. Bruna says, we went to fight the dragon, and we were ambushed. And Brachus was thrown off of the cliff, and I was able to go after him, but not before he like hit the ground hard. But I caught him, and we landed here.
That's great that you caught him. That's very impressive.
Yeah.
He's lucky that he had you.
She says,
I say,
"Oh, well." She says, "Well, they come in handy sometimes, but most of the time people just look at me funny." And you notice she has wings.
Oh, those
She's a
are pretty.
winged tiefling.
I have to use this. And I hold up my broom.
It's a very nice broom, though. Karlsruhe, you regain 7 hit points. You're conscious.
I think that should surprise everyone, including me. So
that you're alive?
Yes, and that I'm now moving. So it's only
Right,
been like 5 or 10
You're
minutes.
welcome, by the way.
She feeds you the potion. It's just taking a moment to activate.
I thought
So
that
she
just
fed you a potion from her pouch that she was trying to get out when Selby surprised her.
the tiefling did?
Oh. She goes, "Oh, well, goodness, I'm glad it worked. I wasn't sure if we'd made it in time." But yes, the dragon. Oh, it's fearsome. It's a terrible beast. It froze our companion Jabral, or Dolan, wholly. I mean, it was like he was there 1 minute and then he was just made of ice the next.
I think we saw him. I'm so sorry.
No, not the ogre.
Oh.
Dolan. He's a man, like Brachus. He was a paladin. He's up in the castle.
The night tracks we saw.
I thought we saw some nightly greaves.
I get up to one knee and I'm like, thank you for aiding me. Who is it that has? Who are you? Where am I?
My name is Runa.
I'm confused.
My name is Runa. And this is my companion Brachus. Brachus Elspar. Nice to meet you. I wave. Well, I'll wave with this hand. He waves with his other hand. It's not messed up.
I see Selby and I'm kind of like, where the rest is the group? What? Where am I?
You got thrown off the cliff by a yeti. They're dead now though. We killed them, and everyone else is waiting up there.
I came down to help support Selby.
I think I need a moment.
Yeah, we weren't sure if there was another yeti. I just saw that you were dragged away.
I look at the. You said one guy, his leg is in a splint or something like that.
Yeah, his leg is in a splint and his arm is in a sling. It looks like the entire left side of him has just been like crushed.
If I healed him, would it fix that?
Yeah.
What level healing spell would I need to use?
Well, I mean, you could take the whole 10 minutes sitting around healing yourself thing. They're taking a short rest up top.
Well, I wanted to repay the favor to these two as well, so heal that guy and get him back on his feet. So
you want to do the ceremony? What's it called? I forget what it's called.
Prayer of healing.
Prayer of healing. Yeah, that.
Sure.
That'll heal everybody. So
yeah, but
Bjorn, get in there.
Get in the huddle. Get in the huddle.
It's like I kind of take a deep breath and then look at them. I was like, I see that you're injured, and I need to pray to my goddess, to Erjefenia, to help. If you come close, I can help you as well and restore your limbs back to working order and get you back on your feet, and then we can decide what to do from there.
Brack is like, oh, that'd be much appreciated. I'd come closer, but I can't really do that right now. So why don't you come over here?
Closer to you.
Yeah, I'll go over there.
That'd work.
So, and I beckon Bjorn over as well. No one else is hurt up top, right?
Nah, they're fine.
Okay.
No, we're good.
Only you got just
yeah.
And I have my full 15 points anyway, so
I got Karlsruhe, so
we're good. We're good. Also, keep in mind we're taking a short rest, so if we had lost any points, we could have gotten them back.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
So,
Rena, are you okay? Do you need healing?
She goes, "Oh, I'm fine. No, I'm good." She looks really nervous and a little bit embarrassed. She goes, "I wonder what happened to Sylvine and Jabral. I hope they're okay." Brachus is like, "Oh, Sylvine's a fighter, and Jabral's too stupid to know how to die."
How long have you been down here?
It's like, "Oh, well, I can't carry Brachus back up, and I don't have any spells right now. I have to rest. I have to sleep to get them back."
I know what that's like.
So, yeah.
Do we want to offer to bring him in? Because I think we probably have a better shot against the dragon if we're all working together.
Yeah, I just figured
I'm confused. Eleuthia, aren't you up top?
I am. I'm out of character saying this. I'm not saying this in
okay.
character. I can't say anything in character.
I'm just suggesting it's a good idea.
Yep, I was gonna.
I'm
get
thinking.
there.
I'm thinking maybe we could help each
It's
other
just, you know,
in dealing with the dragon as well.
Hey
Oh,
Bjorn, this is Cirrus. How's things going down there?
We found Karlsruhe, and he's actually okay. We met two others down here as well, a tiefling and a human named Runa and Brachus, and we're trying to determine what to do here. We all kind of need a little rest up down here.
Do we stab them?
No,
do we stab them? Is that how
no,
we
I
do
did
this?
think about it. I actually had a javelin at the ready, and Selby started talking to them.
Do we take their stuff?
No.
Welcome back, Cirrus.
What are we doing here, Bjorn? Are you just collecting people?
Actually, I'm thinking about maybe seeing if they were here to help deal with the dragon themselves. I'm
So you want to
thinking
bring
maybe
them
they
along
could.
so they can stab us in the back and steal our stuff?
I'm more thinking.
That's what you're here for,
At the
Cirrus.
very least, they're cannon fodder. At the very least.
And at the most, they kill us when it's convenient and take our stuff. What if they just wait at the bottom of the mountain for people to get thrown off, act all friendly, and then kill you in your sleep? Have you thought about this?
Once again, Cirrus and I are
I mean,
right
he
in
might
line,
not
Dad.
be wrong if only Brachus
Well, that's
wasn't
why
like
we have
half
two elves
crushed.
to do what.
I'm gonna
So
turn
that
around and
doesn't
tell.
happen.
I'm gonna turn and tell Luthria. They found a couple other people who just apparently wait at the bottom of the cliff for people to get thrown off and make friends with them.
I can understand your skepticism. I think that
Actually-
that is wise, but I do also think that we're up against a very dangerous opponent. It would seem our objectives are in line, and I would have no problem with at least, while we should be wary, I do think that is a good idea to have them along.
I
So-
should also note one of them is really busted up because he was thrown off the cliff as well.
Well, good. Then you
So
have
they're not just hanging out.
You have an advantage. Deal with
So
them
wait a
now.
minute.
Take their stuff.
So the one is just hanging in down there, and you just happened to come along before she finished with the last guy that got thrown off the cliff.
Actually, she was in the process of giving a healing potion to Karlsruhe when we arrived.
Uh huh.
Are you sure it
Even
wasn't
that,
a
you're like,
poisonous
what?
potion?
Nah, screw that. She's lying, man.
She was in the process of giving Karlsruhe a potion.
A healing potion. We
Did she
saw the
finish-
potion.
Did she finish giving it to him?
I guess I
I
didn't
love
actually see
his
her
I
do
love his paranoia. I love when it flares up in the middle. Like he's fine with this, he's going with that, he's talking to these people and being generous, and suddenly all of his alarm bells go off and he's like, kill everyone that's not us.
He's
Hey,
absolutely loyal to his friends, but if he doesn't know you, he's extremely cynical.
It's
When-
true. It's,
when I
This is
finished
the thing, though. You
It
see,
is true.
this is the thing, though. Runa had no idea that we were there when she was trying to give the healing potion to Karlsruhe.
The
We
potion,
startled her.
Karlsruhe.
Yeah. We saw it. It was a healing potion.
Oh, and I guess, it takes 10 minutes. When I'm done casting the Prayer of Healing, I don't know if it works this way, but if it can still detect auras, I would guess detect evil, because I too am a little wintry skeptical and just want to make sure that these two aren't evil.
All right, Bjorn, but when she kills you in your sleep, don't come crying to me.
Well, look at it this way: keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Here's the healing, though, for everybody. Oh, my Lord. That's terrible. So they get 4 plus another 5, so 9 hit points.
nine's all right. Nine's not bad.
Yep,
Puts
and
me
I
at
get 9
53.
back.
9 will help Brachus's leg at least be somewhat usable. He'll walk with a limp right now, but at least it's not like in a splint.
So
So detect evil and good currently works with like aberrations, celestials,
Yeah.
elementals, fays, fiends, and blah blah blah. When you cast detect evil and good, you detect Runa. She is a fiend.
She's a tiefling, so
Yes.
That doesn't
I'm
necessarily mean
saying,
she's evil.
Because Sarah's
Yeah.
is going to be like, she's a fiend killer, but
I will cast a Cure Light Wounds on myself and Brackus as well to get us back.
Okay.
I just want to get back to full health, so
yeah.
Here's for Brackus. So he gets wrong dice. 8 hit points, and then for me,
total. All right, cool.
yeah, I get another 10 back. So. And I don't think we're running into undead, but I'm going to hold on to the rest of my first level spells for the moment. So.
Yeah, just in case. Yeah. He's got 25 HP right now. That's enough. It's not full, but it's enough.
So I stand up,
He goes,
feeling much better.
Yeah, feels much better. Thanks. I like having legs. Like
Legs are
if
not
there's a way
underrated.
They're made for walking.
for us to repay you,
And that's just what they'll do.
There's
that
no
the legs are
need.
made for walking.
I fear that I would have been down here. My companions would have found me, but I appreciate the help. And I look around, it's like, I don't see 2 of my companions, but I'm not sure what Selby and Bjorn would do. But evidently, I've fallen quite far, so we have to find a way to get back up to them. But what are your plans now that this has all happened? Did you see that the cultists that were up there? Did you ever beat them?
Brackus goes, yeah, about them. We got bushwhacked. It seems that it's not just the dragon up there that you're gonna have to worry about.
Are you the ones that? Who killed the cultists? There were stones near them.
Were there cultists dead on the trail? That must have been the Yetis. When we went up, we were we were preparing to jump the dragon when it came back. These weird cultists, I guess that's what they were. We thought they were dragon priests. They showed up and they said something about handling the dragon. So we were like, all right, well, if you let us take some of the horde, we'll let you help us deal with the dragon. And then dragon came down and they started talking to it, and the next thing we knew, they turned on us. Turned our leader Dolan into some sort of ice sculpture.
So what are your plans now that you're able to move?
Runa looks at Brackus, and Brackus is like, well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Sylvian's a great leader and all, and I think the world of Jabril, but I want to get the fuck out of here. And Runa says, we can't just leave them. They're our companions. We don't know what happened to them. And Jabril's like, look, yeah, okay, they're our companions, but, sometimes you have to look out for number one, right? And we're no good to them if we're dead or frozen from hypothermia. And we could go and we could maybe get some more people and come back, or maybe we could wait for them down at the bottom. I'm just saying that going back in at half strength like this and at lower than optimal health, Runa, you're just going to have to accept the fact that some fights you're going to have to walk away from.
Seer says, so, Bjorn, they try to roll you yet?
I look at Selby and Bjorn and see if they give me a signal of what they want to do. I'm not usually the one offering, especially in winter form. I'm not, overly charismatic and offering places.
Just like kill them all.
Hold on, Sirius. We're trying to decide what we're doing.
Well, I'll say that I believe
I'm for helping them try to find their companions.
And I look at
we're going to run into them anyway, probably.
I look at Bjorn for confirmation. I said, I believe 2 of my companions are further up the trail. Yes?
Yes.
And so our group is going to go try and take care of this dragon. And if we kill it, we're going to take the horde.
Bruna nods and says, that makes sense. And Brax is like, well, I mean, we softened it up for you, right? And Bruna goes,
Well-
no, we didn't. She goes, no, we didn't.
Fizgrid, are you
God's worth a
hearing this
shot.
nonsense?
It looks like he softened you up a little bit.
It doesn't really work that way. So, if let's just lay it out there. Where I come from, we're not inclined to take kindly to strangers, but you did save me, or at least help me get back on my feet. And then you seem like an okay sword. And I'm sure taking on the dragon and now cultists as well, we could use all the help we need. I look at Selby and Bjorn to see if they agree or disagree, like give me a signal or anything.
I agree.
So, obviously,
Selby,
I think she's doing something.
you
No,
are you agreeing?
Yep.
Okay.
So, you want to find your friends, and we want to go further up. Even if your friends are the worst has happened, I won't say it because I hope it doesn't happen in the name of Erdre, Fenya. You would be with us, and then, we split up the horde then, versus
Yeah,
gone
you know
all
what?
through
That's
this.
not a bad idea. Safety in numbers and all.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll
We'll-
ditch
we'll
the
head to
useless
you.
one and bring the tiefling.
Well, first we need to figure out how to get back up the cliff then. So,
I think
know-
that if memory serves, this is kind of like a plateau. That was the word that I was looking for earlier. This is like a plateau about midway down the mountain. It shouldn't be too hard, but over to the west, we might be able to climb up that side of the ledge and find the trail. Runa, why don't you go fly over there and see what you can see? And Runa goes, oh, okay. She walks out, flaps out, and comes back a minute later. She's like, yeah, the trail's up here.
Cirrus sees a flying fiend and throws a psychic dagger at it. So,
We're like hundreds of feet down,
yeah, roll
like
initiative.
500, 600
Yeah.
feet down.
Yeah.
Cirrus, if we see any fiends, don't shoot at it.
Did you happen to see a good way up to the trail?
She says, well, I mean, it doesn't look too steep over here. I'm sure someone strong like you wouldn't have a problem climbing up. And Brackus is good. I know he's not in top form, but he is a pretty good climber. And Miss Civis has a broom.
Gravity's not our friend, though. So,
I think Brackus goes like, gravity's nobody's friend. Gravity's a bitch.
I agree with
Add
you.
this to the list of icy bitches. Literally in this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it looks like we got some climbing to do.
Yep.
I will let you guys take assisted rolls to climb back up the side of the mountain to get to the path. The DC is 10. You have advantage. Don't fuck up.
Cirrus will just ask Bjorn what's going on. It's been a while.
It appears that these guys are coming with us, and we're going to try and work our way back up the mountain. Hopefully, find their friends, and we'll see you when we get up
This
there.
is like, stop collecting people.
Eleuthria, they're bringing the 2 scavengers up with them.
Yeah, and I will say, keep an eye on them. We can't be certain, but at the same time, I think it'll be
Alright,
good
so
to
13.
have these allies.
You needed 10.
Well, they're obviously
Oh,
not
I
that
didn't roll
good.
athletics.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How many rolls do we need to make, or just the one?
Just one. I
All
just
right.
want to make sure that you guys can make it up and say that you took a roll.
Especially
Not
one of
hard
them can
because
fly. That's
You're
one of our
getting
biggest
helped by
problems.
Selby and Runa, both of whom are flying. Just looking for... There's Javril.
Yeah.
here's Brackus.
Wait till you meet Cirrus. He's outgoing and
I think Brackus and Cirrus are gonna meet, and it's gonna be like looking in a mirror. Hey,
It's going to be
you
a
look
big
familiar.
kissing
Yeah,
match.
you look familiar. You don't
gonna be
look
that-
half bad.
I don't trust you. I don't trust you. We're
Is
gonna
that
have
my
we're gonna have a match to see who trusts each other the least.
is that my mirror you got?
What's your hit points at, Carlsberg?
They give me 7, and I got another 10. I think I'm at 18. Oh no, 18 plus the
You had 7.
20.
You had 7.
Yeah, they gave me 7, and I gave myself another 10 plus the prayer of healing, which was another 6. So that's 16, 23.
23. Yeah, 23. Bjorn got some of the prayer of healing, so
Yep.
I'm assuming that he's at 50.
I think it was at 53. Let me look.
Yeah.
You were at 44.
53.
Okay.
Oh.
53. Now you're at 53. That's fine.
All right.
Runa and Brackus, and Selby Carlsrue, and Bjorn. Can I just get the thank you very much. Ooh. All right.
Ooh. Or the dog.
It takes you another kind of like half the day. So you're not going super fast. You're kind of limping along.
Well, one of us.
This
is.
short rest is turning into a long rest.
Well, yeah, it is. It is going to be like 3 hours or so climbing to get back up. If you're not,
We're
like,
about to take a
zooming
rest
up in Selby.
and level up anyway.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, because we're getting around time. So I think by the time everybody gets up here, I think that's going to probably be
Right.
close to done.
You guys going to make camp on the side of the mountain?
Well, I don't
Yep.
trust them well enough to be asleep while only one of them is awake. I'll say
Well,
that. So,
yeah, we'll just do the usual thing and take turns watching. I mean, 2 of us have got Elven Trance.
Yep. Yep. They do not have trance or anything.
Yeah.
Both of them need
Yeah.
to sleep like normal people.
Yep. So we're good.
All right, cool. We're going to leave it there, and we'll pick up next time at 5 p.m. my time.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
and worst case, we could give them a dose of almond cost. So,
Yeah, right. Give them the hug. What was it called?
The Hug of Death.
the kiss of
that's
death. So,
I
kiss
thought
of
it had
death.
like a better name, but I guess that's what it is.
Yeah.
Kiss of death.
It's the
All right.
Aladdin.
I mean, if they get too annoying and one of them just happens to wander too close to the cliff edge, we can't be held responsible if they get telekinetically shoved over the side.
Right?
Telekinetically shoved on the side.
These
And
things
held
happen.
responsible if my powers totally push them over.
It was the wind.
They slipped.
It was the dragon.
That's right.
You need
It was the
fire
one-armed man.
insurance.
All right, guys, I'm closing us out. Hold on.
All right.
Oh.